What's up, guys? Let me make this a little bit smaller. Oh my god, I'm super small now. Sweet. Go back to my channel. Pop this up again. I know I've been doing a ton of live streams lately, but it's all I kind of have time for at the moment. So, figure we'll talk about things that are relevant at the moment. I got one person watching. Let me pop out the chat. Two people watching. Give me one sec. Three people watching. Let me pop this chat out here. Pop out chat. Beautiful. All right. Pop this in the corner. Pull this up here. And I'm ready for you. So, as you guys know, there's new drone laws going into effect. Whatever that means. Blizzard, dude, what's up? What is happening? And I really haven't been studying the new drone laws because honestly, I just don't care. I've kind of quit caring altogether about what the government wants from us just because I feel like they're the biggest trolls out there. Like, since all of this started, right? Since all of this hobby stuff got kicked off and all these people were enjoying themselves and having fun, we've only really had one incident where a drone is actually, that I'm aware of, or a drone is actually supposedly made contact with an actual aircraft. And I know that a lot of the ones have been cover ups and like just ridiculous made up stuff. Supposedly, there's only one real drone incident where a drone actually hit an aircraft. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. I tried to figure it out a while ago. That was with the single engine plane and the guy and the kid or the teen, whatever, and they hit a with a helicopter or something like that. I don't even remember. It was really crazy. And then the military tried to say they hit a DJI product, which I don't actually think happened. So I don't know, man. I feel like we're being really picked on, and I don't think it's fair. So I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to follow the rules. What's up, JDS? Ed, what's going on? Drone Evolution New York, what's happening, brother? RD FPV, what's happening, brother? Playing Liftoff with God, nice. So yeah, man, I'll let some people in, man. If you guys want to join me, I would love to have some more people discussing this on the panel. It seems to be the big drone topic right now, so I figured why not have it in mind, and we'll talk about my thoughts. Because frankly, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna go get my 107, which will probably, for the most part, bang out all the new laws and won't have anything that applies to me if I get my commercial drone license. But for the rest of you that are going to fly as hobbyists, this is going to impact all of you. And I guess I'm just curious of the number of people that really care versus don't, because I feel like the FPV pilots just aren't going to give a damn. They're going to fly when they want to, do what they want to. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel the same way. I kind of feel like I just don't care. Like, look, I know I'm being safe. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I'm being safe. And as long as I know that I'm being safe, to me, I don't, it's unnecessary. They're like, oh, a drone can hit a manned aircraft, and I could jump in my car and smash into 15 other people, but you don't see me putting restrictions on my car. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they're picking on us so much. And it leads me to believe that money just kind of rules everything, which I think most of us have come to that conclusion that money does rule the majority of commercial market as well as government. But I think government officials should have to wear kind of like NASCAR. They should have to wear like a coat that, has like branding from the people that sponsor them so that we know exactly why they voted that way or signed that bill. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be mandatory for our government to have to wear those kind of NASCAR stuff, or we get to see who's sponsoring them no matter what. I've got my excitement back for flying camera drones. The 3DR is going to be awesome. The 3DR is awesome. Let's see. I got my 336 card and expire 2.5 years from now, so I'll be flying within the rules effect to expire. Yes, Ed. But the question is, will DW? I don't know, man. I don't. I feel like I just don't want to give the government what they want because I feel like they're picking on us, man. They're the biggest trolls out there. I don't think it's fair what they're doing to us. JDS wants me to sound off. Frank, yeah. So once again, guys, I'll post that link if anybody wants to join me on the panel. Here is the link. I'd love to get some more open minds in here talking about it while I eat my big bite, because I don't know, it's easy and I didn't feel like cooking, so that's why. Was good. He's asleep right now. That's good. And we did get these mini meals. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these Japanese mini meals. You actually cook micro versions of these. I'm sure you've seen somebody post these on Facebook. So I thought it'd be a fun video to make these extremely micro mini meals. They're like that big, and you can put them on a little itty bitty tiny plate. And you actually have to cook them and make them, though, like burger meat, soda, French fries, all that stuff. Like, there's massive directions to all of this. It's kind of crazy. So I thought it would be fun to actually make these tiny miniature meals and see what happens. So I bought them. Okay, bro. Feed the Dano then. Yes. Nobody's gonna join me on panel? I find that hard to believe. JDS, what's the deal, man? You're not gonna join me? Come on, JDS. You know you want to. I'm getting ready to go to Medieval Times on Sunday, and I finally got the new strap for my GoPro Hero 4. So I'm actually going to start shooting a lot of my vlog stuff with my GoPro Hero 4. Commercial Drone Alliance, Corporate Money, Hungry, Pocket Lining, Super Lawyer Pack. There we go. Ryan, what is up, dude?
Oh, not too much. How's it going, Dan?
What's going on, bro? It's good to have.
Not too much. What's going on?
No camera. I'm not at home, bro. Would love to, bro. Well, bro, turn your camera phone on, bro. Join the bro, and use your 4G network, bro.
Right.
I do speak broish. I can't help it, man. I'm one of those people that says man, dude, and bro a lot. And you know the worst part is I have a decent vocabulary and I still say those things. I don't know if it's just because where I'm from or I feel like I could have been a great surfer. I don't know, man. I just speak fluent broish. Edward, what's up? Ooh, wow. That's a kick to it. Let's see.
Fluent broish, huh?
Fluent broish. And when I drink, I speak fluent drunkenese. I'm quite talented. I don't think I'm gonna finish this burger bite, man. I'm not really feeling the taste of this thing. I thought I was gonna enjoy it, but so far I don't like it.
Rumor has it, Dan, you can do one of your famous voices.
I can do one of my famous voices.
Yeah.
What is that? Famous voice, bro.
I don't know. I've been told that you've been known to do some different voices.
Different voices. Who's been telling you about my bedroom excursions, bro?
That's top secret.
Top secret. Oh
That's
boy.
confidential. That's confidential.
Limited.
Yeah, just information comes my direction. Let's just say that.
Information comes your direction.
Yeah, you've been known to do some. Huh?
I've been known to do a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube, man. I got really trashed one night on a live stream and swallowed a thumbtack.
Oh, I bet that hurt. I bet that hurt like hell, didn't it?
No, man, actually came out just fine.
Came out where?
Props off. I have not, man. Remember, I have to order parts for it first, man. I have to get a. I
You
have
don't
to
want to
get.
talk about that one, huh?
No, no, I will get back to it. But he asked a question, so I'm answering it.
Okay.
He said, "Did you rip the flywoo crab yet?" No, it's over there on the shelf, bottom top, right there. That's the crab. No, I'm waiting on a receiver. You know, I didn't have one on order. I didn't know if he was going to send one with it that would work for Fly Sky or not. So I had to order a receiver. So it's going to be down for a minute. Hopefully we get it up pretty quick, but it's definitely going to be down for a minute. I'll probably be flying my revamped Tyro 99 before the Flywoo actually sees this day. I also have to order a micro receiver for the Mobula 7 that's coming. So we'll have the Mobula 7, the Tyro 99, and the Flywoo crab. So we got there. It looks like a Bugs 2C.
That's the Force One.
Oh, the Force One F100.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a Jeep.
the Bugs knockoff. Fly
It's a
who?
Jeep.
Fly woo.
Yeah, the flywheel. Yeah, and I also got the other one too.
You got the
I got
Fly
the
woo,
white.
bro?
No, I got the. I got this one also. I got the white one.
Mike, I figured you would see that I was live
Force
and
One.
join me. So there you go. The heck with Discord. Tonight I thought we'd just run an open stream, have fun, talk to people, see where things go.
Right.
I want to actually, Mike, I want to get your opinion on these drone laws that are supposedly such a bad thing, and they're going to tear up the hobby, and they're going to be so horrible for everybody. And give Mike a chance to pop in here.
Cause this one here.
Thomas,
See, this
drone
one here.
shots. What's going on, guys?
This one here is pretty quick.
Yeah, it's the Bugs 3.
Yeah, I guess. Is it?
Missed what goggles you're using. I have the Commander V1s, the Amway Commander
It's like
V1s.
the Bugs 3. Yeah, it's like the Bugs.
No, it is. It's just a rebranded Bugs 3. That's all it is.
It's a knockoff, in other words, right?
Well, I wouldn't say a knockoff. It's just been rebranded. Same company produces it. It's just somebody else bought into the branding lineup so they can make their money off it. So, Ryan, are you flying Acro yet, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
And how are you coming along?
I'm actually coming along pretty good, actually. Me and MD95 TSI, we met up with some other people. We met up with a Cricket, and let's see.
Bro, tell your dog to stop licking his balls, please.
He's not. He's licking the blanket. He's licking the blanket.
Sure he is, bro. Sure he is.
I'm serious. He is. He's licking the blanket. You want to see?
No, I don't want to see your dog lick his balls.
I think it's see that. Good grief.
All right, what do you got there?
That's my acro bird that I've been protecting. That's the wizard.
Ah, I actually flew the wizard the other day. It was fun.
Yeah. Yep, and this thing flies really good because I've been practicing the acro with it. You know, just flipping upside down and doing some back flips, some front flips. You know, rolling over this way, rolling over this way.
So flippy flappies, you're doing the flippy flappies?
Oh yeah.
Wish I could find somebody to lick my balls. Hey,
That ain't right, Dan. That
Ryan,
ain't right at all.
that's not me. I was reading a comment, and Ryan said that he would lend you his dog as long as you have peanut butter.
I did not say that.
Oh gosh. Okay, all right. Enough of the ball licking.
My dog was not licking his nuts because he had them cut off.
Oh, geez. So he's not even a man anymore. He's a transgender confused dog.
No, neutered.
Oh, he's unsullied.
Whatever. Yeah.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that picture? It showed Arnold Schwarzenegger next to Caitlyn Jenner, and the tag above it said,
What?
"Look, I found a Terminator next to a Transformer."
Jeez.
It was actually kind of a funny post. Very original.
The ball's empty.
The Bruce Jenner dog. Yo, I said Bruce Jenner dog, and your dog was like, "What?" Oh my god. Ooh, don't knock the phone off.
Huh?
Come on, Red Kryptonite. Join me. Join me, Red. Come on, Red. Props off. Anybody? Nobody wants to join? Just me and Ryan talking about his dog's balls. Nobody wants to get in on this?
I
You're,
don't think anybody wants to talk about that.
he said you're sackless ball licking dog. He's hoping his balls grow back. That's why he's licking them. Poor little fat yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, this stream is a just let it go stream tonight. We're just having fun.
Right.
Derek Garcia says checking in. What is up, brother? What's up, homie? Eric, you're more than welcome to jump in. I'm gonna keep posting the stream link. Be there in a few, says Mike.
Shoot, he was thirsty.
That's why he was licking his bowels.
He was not licking his balls, Dan. He was licking his feet.
The dark side said we're having a ball. I see what you did there. That was punny.
My dogs don't have.
Ooh.
All my dogs are neutered.
All your dogs are neutered. They're ballless.
Yes.
How dare you take their doggy man card away?
They were born. I mean, they were neutered when they were little puppies.
Well, would you want to be neutered when you were a little puppy?
Yeah.
All right, let's look up the rules of the man card. Because I'm pretty sure. What?
No. You're looking up the man card.
Yeah. I have fulfilled many of these. I used to have the man card in my wallet. And we're gonna if you get it revoked, then you're just in a world of hurt, bro. But this is what a man card should look like. Let me show you
What's
how.
a man card? Define man card, Dan.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay. So when you're young, you're supposed to be given a man card. Okay.
Oh, what?
You get it? Nobody ever gave you a man card, bro?
No.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We're gonna go.
I was never given that memo.
Okay. Let's share this. Present to everyone. All right.
Man card. What the hell? Revoked.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what happens when yours revoked. But the idea is to take your man card, right? And you're supposed to do each one of these. So grow an epic beard. When you do it, you put a puncture mark through it. Kill a 12-point buck, put a puncture mark through it. Earn a huge face scar, put a punch mark through it. Rescue a kitten from a tree. Take up smoking tobacco from a pipe. Survive a rattlesnake bite. Build a log cabin. Stop purse snatcher. Drink Glenitch 18 neat. Be 1 in 10 as manly as Steve McQueen's. 1/10 as manly, sorry. Rebuild engine, any. Hike the application trail. Enter lumberjack contest. Learn to weld. Carry a buckskin knife. Okay? You're supposed to do all these things before you die. Otherwise, your man card gets revoked.
What?
You didn't know,
that
bro?
Is total bullshit.
You're not a real man, bro. You're not a real man.
What?
What? Yeah, you join your dog, bro. We're lopping him off. we're taking him right off, bro. We're making you a uni.
Yeah, right. That is a bunch of bullshit.
E-drone. I hear Mobula 7
Hey,
in my
Eric.
future.
Hey, Eric.
Borrow Boy Wood. What's up?
Somebody just jumped in. I wonder who that is.
All right, who do we got? We got Red Kryptonite in the Hedeezy. What's up, Red?
What's going on, my brother? How you
What's
doing?
up? Kind
What's
of a
going
free
on?
kind of a free for all, man. Have fun, but be gentle. Be gentle too. Be gentle.
No worries, brother. I know exactly how it is when I come on your streams, man.
Yeah. Can't get too carried away.
Yeah, man.
Borrow Boy Woods. I am doing good. I'm
So what's up, Red
very,
Kryptonite?
very busy right now.
How you doing, my brother?
All right.
So, Red, this is Ryan. Ryan, this is Red.
What's going on, Ryan?
Red, that's his
Morning,
dog on
Red.
the bed licking his balls. I
He
don't.
is not licking
Yeah, I
his
know.
balls.
I saw that. I was like, whoa. Hey man, he's asking for some treats, man.
No, no, Dan's just drama.
I am not drama, sir. Your dog licking his balls is drama, dude.
He doesn't have any, Dan.
God.
He doesn't have any. How many times do I gotta tell you he doesn't have none?
I'm rooting for your dog here by giving him more credit than he deserves because I keep saying he has balls, dude. I'm trying. Your
He doesn't
dog,
have it. You
your
wanna
dog
see?
is like literally listening to you right now when you tell him he doesn't have balls. Like you're making your dog feel so unmanly right now. I
You
wouldn't
want me
be
to hold him up?
surprised
You
if
want me
like
to hold him up?
I literally wouldn't be surprised if you like went to bed and your dog like committed doggy suicide by hanging himself with his leash tonight because you kept saying he was ballless.
Oh, that's not good.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to give
I
your
don't
dog
know if
more.
I should
Doesn't
laugh
have
at
a
that.
leash on.
Yeah, I'm
Dan
just saying
doesn't have a leash
you
on.
got to give your dog more credit than that, dude. Your dog like at least some
Well,
imaginary
don't say.
man.
Well, don't say.
Right?
He doesn't have a leash. He
Hey,
doesn't
man.
have a leash.
I
Dan,
don't
he
even
doesn't
know.
have a leash on.
This dog doesn't have anything that makes him a manly dog, bro. Does he at least have a collar with like spike chains to it or something?
No, he don't have a. Dan, just you're whacked.
Hashtag chains.
Oh my gosh.
Dan's whacked.
Oh man. I can't help it, dude. You walked away and your dog was like
He was not licking his.
He was licking his midsection.
Dan, you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay. I don't think it's called real sense. I think it's called what was that? The stupid thing that acknowledges there's other aircraft in the air. I think it's kind of goofy, honestly. Like it's kind of neat, but kind of goofy at the same time because it should avoid the other aircraft. It shouldn't leave it to the pilot to avoid it. If it knows it's gonna have a head-on collision, it should just move for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be able to tell what the bird's altitude is that's incoming and be able to make the adjustments as needed until it gets out of the range.
For shizzle, for shizzle.
Something sense. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about though.
Right.
I don't know.
Do 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 do.
How are you, John? What's going on, my brother?
Do. I'm good, bro. Do.
Right.
You're a genius, bro.
I'm a pure genius, man. I want one of those. What are those? The like. I want a beard like the old Chinese dudes have that like oh yes, you know, or you just sit there and fiddle with it like yes, a wisdom beard. That's what I really want. I want one of those long wisdom beards. You know, not scruffy, just like a patch that's right here, but it's really long. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's I need
remember
one of those.
I had a full class beard, man. I had to shave it. I had to
Really?
Yeah.
Or you know what? Some handlebars, dude.
It was like literally like my beard was like literally across my chest.
Oh, that's amazing. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
It only grows right here, dude. Like I have to shape it, just like otherwise it just looks weird. Like I can't.
Right.
Like patches make a hula hand. Yeah,
Right.
How you patches a
patches of hula
Houlihan?
hand, bro. That's yeah. I end up getting the patches of hula hand stuff going on. Yeah,
Patches a
and
Houlihan.
Grizzly Adams had a beard. Grizzly Adams did
Did
have a
have
beard.
a beard. Chris Adams did have a beard.
That's probably the dumbest line of that movie.
Right.
What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball?
Oh
Dodge,
man, dude,
duck,
I
dip,
haven't watched that
dodge,
movie in
dodge.
forever.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a firearm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a drone. That's what it should say.
For sure.
But
Literally.
dodge,
For
duck,
sure.
dip, dive.
Actually, I've been watching some of
Dodge.
these speed tests, man. Some of these race drones where they actually try to see, you know, how fast they can make these race drones go. And I think the top speed right now is like 192, like 192 miles an hour with a 6S Ripper.
Wow, that's fast.
That's crazy, bro. And we're talking like a matter of seconds, dude. Like you think race cars are fast, and you think these drag like maybe nitro cars probably have the snap efficiency of a drone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Out
yeah.
the hole, anyways, because it's instantaneous power. There's no friction you're fighting; it's just air. You know, and these things go so fast that it pulls in so much air that it just breaks props. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like props will just splinter and just break apart because they pulled such a massive amount of force through the air. It's crazy, dude.
Hold
Absolutely.
on, Joe. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hold the ball higher. Hold it higher.
There's one of his famous voices. He goes, okay.
Gandhi, what are you doing with a giant bowl of potato salad? I thought I heard a prowler. I was going to hit him over the head with his gigantic bowl of potato salad. Mike B, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Dude, I love the ceiling fan, bro.
What's going on, Mike?
What's going on, Ryan?
Not much. What's going on, bud?
Not much, man. I see Dan's been picking on you. Dan don't know you're my best friend.
Yeah, Dan's been picking on me big time, Mike. I mean, he's been picking on me, picking on my dog. That's an insult there.
I will have to check that out, props.
I have to agree, though. I think it's pretty mean to cut a dog's balls off, man.
Yeah, dude. Taking away everything that makes him a man. You know, he has no urges now. None. You've driven the urges right out of him.
We didn't do it. The people.
We didn't say you did it, man.
Yeah, the people that bred the pup, that bred the dog, and when he was born, they did it.
Oh.
Major Hazard said there's a video on Tube of drone trying to keep up with Red Bull F1 car. No chance. I think out the hole, the drone would take it 3/4 of the way down the track, and after that, the F1 is just going to be an absolute animal and take off. You know, there is a big difference between friction and air vehicles. However, I think a lot of it's going to come down to weight as well. You know, when you're packing 1,400 horsepower under a car that only weighs like 875 pounds, well, you got a scary ride, you know. But
You're excused, Dan.
I didn't need to be excused. What are you, my mother?
No, I just said you're excused. Because you burped.
I know why he said it, man. That's part of being a man, bro. Can't revoke my man card. I burp and fart when I please. I'm gonna prove that when I go to medieval times, right? We got medieval times coming up Sunday night. I'm gonna I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna eat the raunchiest and just fart up a storm while I'm in the stands. I'm letting everybody have it that's downdraft.
Oh, Chris, you're disgusting.
Hey, man. Best seats in the house are the ones where nobody sits around you. Like, oops, sorry. My bad, bro.
Right, right,
Turkey
Danny
leg.
boy.
Turkey legs go right through me.
Well, you need to say excuse me.
Speaking of man cards, what did you take Chris Rollins' card away for? What
Oh, you read that comment? I didn't think you saw it. I told Chris Rollins that actually I told JDS on Facebook, or not JDS, Jeff Sills. I told Jeff. He's like, "Oh, I finally fixed the Chris Rollins drone." And I was like, "Wait a minute, Chris Rollins crashed a GPS drone? Is that even possible?" That's it, dude. I'm taking his man card away. And and Jeff S was like, "I don't think he'd find that amusing." I'm like, "Well, next time he goes live, I'll go ahead and say something. We'll see if he finds it amusing." So I waited until I caught him in Ken's stream. I was like, "I just want you to know, bro, I've taken your man card away for now. I didn't even realize it was possible to crash a GPS platform."
I never saw him post a video about it, so I guess he is keeping it under wraps.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All I know is that it got sent to Jeff and Jeff repaired it.
Well then.
Did you just give me a well then? Well then.
No, I was talking to myself, Dan.
You talk to yourself? I talk to myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I communicate with myself. Mike, what do you think of these new drone rules, bro?
Well, way I look at it, we're talking about safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this is the way I look at it. Drones haven't goddamn created any problem, killed anybody, or any kind of whatever that they want to instill fear into the public about.
Right.
So, but you know them goddamn big metal things that a lot of people ride in up there in the sky.
Yeah, yeah.
Those things are pretty damn dangerous because they're falling in the sky here and there and killing thousands of people all the time.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think more crashes happen from actual aircraft than drones killing people. We just had an incident here a month ago where a helicopter stalled and crash landed in St. Petersburg, killing a little girl that was in a passenger seat because the rotor came around and split the car.
Well,
and, I'm just saying, why can't we reduce those aircraft to their little zone of space? Why can't we give them AMA fields that they can fly at?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to designate a 5-mile safety zone around my house that planes cannot enter.
Yep.
Because I'm afraid one of them's going to fall out of the sky,
crash into my
house, and kill my ass.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a letter to the FAA that they need to designate a 5-mile no-fly zone around my home.
Yeah, I don't feel safe with manned aircraft up there.
But I have no problem with drones flying around my house because they ain't going to kill nobody.
The likelihood of them killing somebody is like slim to zero.
So, I mean, that'll solve the problem around here. Anybody can come over here within 5 miles and fly their drone as long as they keep them damn airplanes away from my house because I don't want them landing on my house.
Well.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right. Truck passenger killed after helicopter crashes onto Florida road.
Dude, Dan.
Yo. Let me pull this link up here. So I can show this madness. Yeah, look at this, man. And this was recent. This was April 4th. You didn't see a drone involved. However, the guy probably got out of his aircraft and was like, I had to avoid a drone. So I crashed my helicopter into a street. You know?
I think Dan's the one that made the helicopter crash.
Think so?
He badgered the pilot to death.
Think that was me, bro?
I don't know.
How come that one didn't pop up? Oh, well. Here's what I'll do. Right there. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to go back to here. Application window. And share. Present to everyone. There you go. So, one dead after helicopter crashes on Florida Road. Blade from helicopter struck pickup truck. Look at this. Look at this. You see this ridiculousness?
No, if a drone had killed the person on the ground, you know damn good and well they'd be outlawed.
The helicopter's fine, Dan. It's not even broke.
No, all right. So Hillsborough County. This is the county I live in, Hillsborough County, Florida. A person in a pickup truck was killed when a helicopter crashed onto a Florida road. One of the blades struck a truck, according to Florida Highway Patrol. A trooper said the helicopter with 2 occupants inside experienced engine failure at 2:21 p.m. Thursday, crashed onto 50th Street at Palm River Road. So this was actually right around the corner from my area. This is crazy. I thought this was in St. Pete. I was wrong. Chevy Silverado that was traveling on 50th Street approaching Palm River Road was struck by one of the turning rotor blades, causing fatal injuries to a person in the truck, a news release said. No one else was injured. So apparently somebody died, even though the helicopter pilot made it and the driver of the truck made it. One of these props swung around and killed somebody.
And that could have been any one of us.
Yep. So there you go.
But we don't have any say-so over the skies.
Nah, why would we? That's why I'm surprised the guy didn't get out and just be like, it was a drone we had to avoid. It wasn't engine failure. I hit a drone. I hit a drone with my prop. It took us out of the sky. JDS said Dan's a serial droner.
What?
JDS said Dan's a serial droner. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay, I would hold on, drag racing event. I would like to. Yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, I think maybe FPV race drones versus motorcycles. That would be pretty cool on the drag strip. Let's see here. Can we limit them to 1,000 feet flying altitude? I don't know, man. It just seems really, really unfair to drones what's happening to us. You know,
it's money. It ain't got nothing to do about safety. It's money.
Yeah.
You know, if they come out with this AirSense thing that DJI is introducing, then that should make those exempt. I mean, if they actually implemented, with the GPS and everything else, if they actually communicated the coordinates and the drone actually flew out of the airspace to avoid it and sent a signal back to the aircraft.
Yes.
It should, it should create a waiver for that drone, and it should be exempt from certain rules.
That makes sense, and that's why I was saying with DJI was saying that they introduced this new thing where you can detect aircraft, real aircraft. But why doesn't it force the drone to move automatically? It knows where the aircraft is. It knows the altitude it's flying at. It knows every pertinent piece of information it could possibly need to get out of the way and avoid it. Why doesn't it do it automatically? Why doesn't it get a signal on the controller that says aircraft is now, being taken over by sense because aircraft has been detected in the vicinity? Please wait while the drone completes its, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, its course of action to avoid the aircraft.
Right. Well, the technology's there.
Oh, 100%.
If this is about safety, then let's do that. Let's stop taking the rules away from us.
Right.
Even though we know it's, basically the airspace is up for highest bid, and that's all that this is about. We aren't going to be able to fly anywhere within the next few years.
Yeah. 400 AGL. He'd be fun to have in here for this. If he can join us, Mel, join us. Matt Tripp, what's going on?
Yeah, come on in here, man. We need your input here.
Yeah, we got Mike in here now. Wow, we're getting a lot of people popping in. I saw something they are working on that does that. They are telling by throwing soccer balls at it. I mean, yeah, but we're not talking close range. Like if it detects something within a half mile, you know what I'm saying? And it thinks it's going to be a problem because of the aircraft's path, then it should automatically take over the drone and do what's necessary to avoid the aircraft.
Red Kryptonite's gone.
Oh, no, he's still here. He's just paused. He's muted himself.
Yeah.
Need to go get my headset. Sounds good, 400. See, now this is fun. When 400 gets in here, we always have a good conversation, man. Let's all go. I say, can we Google review the FAA? I say we all give Google, the FAA, a 1-star Google review. That's how I deal with solicitors when they come to my house. I'm like, I'm going to give him.
We just need an attorney that's got the balls enough to
Step up.
represent us.
Yep.
I mean, if nothing else, it would make a major name for an attorney.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they won.
You know, especially if he was, in fact, a drone operator himself,
Right.
where he understood our rights that's being taken away wrongfully.
Yeah. All right. What did Dark Side Mazda say? My thoughts on this. So I'm in Pima County, Arizona, and they is only one park that allows drones to fly. So if we're limited to one park, why not make that area a no-fly area for planes and helicopters? Well, that's kind of what they do, though. Like, they already kind of do that when it comes to, like, AMA lots and stuff. Real aircraft isn't really supposed to come near the AMA lots. But that's because it's a paid membership, and you know that some of that membership goes to who? The government. You know what I'm saying? We're going to allow you your little field to play on, but pay us. Hey,
All about the green.
Pay us. We'll leave you alone if you pay us.
What's up, Sean?
So I thought about starting a GoFundMe account that's accessible by 10 admins or more. And when drone pilots decide that they want to go against the system, be a rebel without a cause, whatever you want to call it, and they get a fine, we go ahead and just pay the fine. Every pilot that wants to keep putting in on it can keep donating to it. So there's always a massive load of funds in there for people to get tagged for fines.
That'd be nice as long as we could get enough people to donate to it.
Hey? If we get Rotor Riot, like just blast it. Everybody, hey, you got an extra $5-10, just put it in the pot. Every time one of these people get a $120 fine for flying in an area they're not supposed to, just, hey guys, they got a ticket. If they can show valid, hey, I got a ticket, we wire them the money and they go pay it and then they go back out and fly again. You want to beat the system? Let's beat it. Let's play around. Come on. I can loophole the system. If all you're going to do is fine me and I'm not going to jail or doing prison time, sure, I'll set up a GoFundMe account all day for everybody. Let's have some fun.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to take some kind of legal action on our part to actually get our rights back. And if we lose them altogether, it's going to be a pointless fight.
Oh no, Matt, but when they realize that they can't do anything to you because they've only established that you're going to get a fine, then we'll still be able to fly for a while until they establish a new set of rules, and then we'll have to find another loophole to beat the system. That seems to be the only way to go against the government, is to keep finding loopholes to keep flying. We obviously don't get heard because all these petitions get signed and they get the proper amount of signatures and they get pushed forward, and they obviously don't care about the petitions. So how do you beat them at their own game? Well, money. You play with money.
I agree.
Who's munching? Is it Ryan?
Yep.
Jerry said to mute your microphone there, Ryan. You're crunching
right,
and
chewing
munching.
Let me guess. You're chewing on ice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sound like tater chips.
No, it's ice.
Okay. Well, let her chip, Tater Rip.
Let her rip.
Tater-
Let her rip, tater chip.
tater
See,
chip,
stop.
fools.
Stop stealing all my. Ryan steals all my lines, man.
Oh,
Let her rip, tater chip, full
See?
send.
See, full send.
we need to get Sean in here. We need to get Sean in here. We need to get Jerry in here. We need to get JDS in here.
Yeah, I keep saying, man.
What
Let's get
happened
some.
to Eric?
Everybody wants to hang out in the comment section, man. There's the thing right there. Join me.
What happened to Eric, man? He didn't stay long.
Who,
Sean's
Edrone?
asleep.
Yeah, Edrone said he was busy when he first popped in.
Oh, didn't he? Okay.
Yeah, he said he was just showing some support real quick and told me my package was in the mail.
Sean's asleep.
Ryan, put the cup of ice down, bro.
I did.
Okay.
Let it rip, Gator Lips.
Let her
Yeah,
rip,
check-
tater lips.
Yeah.
I had to throw that out there.
Right.
Sean Brooks is here. Comment section only. Come on, Sean. You don't have to be on camera. Just turn your camera off and join us. I say if they have AMA airfields, we do sort of like the flight test did. They bought an old golf course and fly everything. Yeah, but the problem with that is now you're limited. I got to travel all the way to the spot just to fly my drone. What kind of GPS footage is that going to be? Is that not going to be the most boring footage ever? Like, well, guys, I'm going to the same place I went last week to fly again. Hey, I know it's been a week, but I'm going to go fly at the golf course again. Does anybody want to see my new footage of the golf course? I'm pretty sure a few new leaves have fallen.
I feel like, in my opinion, like, you know, if you're gonna be like getting footage off of a drone, you know, it should like you should have like a really good experience with that. And I feel like, you know, others that are trying to ban them, if that makes any sense, like they're trying to ban the drone in general. Like, you know, I feel like they're just trying to take the experience from others that are like really wanting to fly it, you know.
Well, that's
Really wanting to fly.
That's been happening for a year and a half, man. They've been slowly reducing our hobby more and more every chance they get.
Right.
I feel like I got into this at a really bad time because they're just continuing to make it worse. They're definitely not making it easier. And as far as I'm concerned, we've really done nothing to piss off the public. It's been a lot of false accusations against drones and no real proof has ever been presented. It's just fear mongering on so many dumb levels. It's not even funny.
Like, I feel like those that are trying to fly, man, I feel like they shouldn't be like, you know, taken away. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the experience, dude. It's right now, man. Like, I've actually, like, it's funny because I actually saw this article on Google and they were trying to actually, they're still, you know, there was like, actually, no, scratch that. There was like several articles about, you know, about drones and what they can do and apparently how so-called dangerous they are. And I was just like,
ooh,
like
so dangerous.
oh, pardon my French, but you know,
the only people
kind of thing, man.
The only people getting hurt by drones are the people working on the stupid drones, man. We're the dummies that get hurt. We're the ones that keep plugging 4S battery packs in with the props on our table while we mess with wires, and then it flies up and smacks us in the fucking face.
Right?
Oh, man.
Dude,
So,
I've seen so many sliced up faces now from people working on their drones. Brian D in the house.
Hey,
Brian G,
hey,
what's
mate.
up, brother?
Let me just stick my face in the prop.
but yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's a really good experience. Like, imagine if, you know, articles wouldn't have been made for drones where, you know, you couldn't have that experience taken away from you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I would honestly be flying 6 drones if I was, you know, that smart and trying to fly one, you know. But now I just feel like, it's gotten to that point where, hey, you can't fly him anymore.
JDS says, remember
It's
the
not safe out
thing.
here, guys.
Literally, potato chip.
I wonder if the FAA
Yes, that's my drink.
headquarters is a no-fly zone. If not, we should go fly and buzz the tower like pissed off birds.
Right?
I just don't think they have the manpower to back up any of this stuff. They're like, oh, we're getting Leo involved, local law enforcement. That is the last thing Leo wants to deal with is drone pilots.
Right.
And the confusion that they will introduce to this is just beyond recognition.
I mean, they've completely removed the weight category now, so it doesn't matter if you're flying the blah 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 drone, the little cheap, chintzy $15 toy from Amazon. This now qualifies as a regular drone. They've removed toy grade from it completely. Like, oh, it weighs. It used to be like, oh, if it's 250 grams or more. Well, this was under 250 grams. This was considered basically a toy class.
Right.
Not anymore. Now it's a real aerial platform bird.
Did you fly that thing yet, or what?
What's that?
Did you fly that thing yet, or what?
No. No, it's just sitting here on my table fully charged for like a month now. It hasn't moved. I just don't. I have no want to take this out and play with it.
Why is that, Dan?
I don't know, man. It just looks like every other drone that's in toy grade class.
Right.
Like it gets super annoying when they can't produce anything
What is it?
new. It's the la blah blah.
Take it out to a park somewhere, fly the thing, and then you find some kid running around there and say, "Here you go."
Okay.
Give it to them.
Yeah.
I know.
Bring somebody else into the hobby there.
I do. You know how I do. I just haven't had a chance to go out and fly it.
I thought that was pretty cool. I think you gave a boat to a youngin or something.
I gave a drone, a boat. I give a lot of stuff away, dude. Andrew, my buddy that works on all my FPV quads, he wanted a GPS platform. I gave him a Bebop 1. Like I give back a lot of the stuff that's given to me. I give back to other people. If there's no reason for it to sit around and collect dust,
Isn't what was
Sean
that?
wants you to drop another link in there. I don't know if he's.
I think it was
Ghost.
nitrous something oxide that they put in the RC cars or something like that. I forgot what that chemical was called. What was it called?
Nitro, like nitro fuel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I actually, I that's what really got me into RC cars. Like I actually really do love RC cars, man. I've actually read magazines and whatnot about them, and that's what really caught my drift as far as wanting to mess around with one. But I've actually known 3 people already that actually mess around with the whole RC cars and whatnot, and adding nitro and whatnot to them. And I'm telling you, man, those things take off like jets, dude. And they're loud.
Well, I mean, the problem with nitro is it's really not as powerful as LiPo batteries have become now. LiPo batteries are so much more potent than they used to be. Like when we were running Lion cells, that was totally different. Sean, what's up, bro?
What's up, Sean?
Hello, can you hear me?
No,
Yeah.
we cannot hear you, sir.
Oh, bloody heck.
Sounds good, Sean.
We got Mike Brooks in here, and we got Sean Brooks.
Oh,
Sean is listening to the stream in the background. Sean, you got to pause the YouTube stream and just leave the hangout.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you, brother.
Jerry says he's got the 3DR up in the air.
Right now?
No, he said he got it up, did its maiden flight today.
Yeah, I've been walking him through how to set up the thing and get it all. We changed out the GPS to the Rev B board, the Revision B, because it came with the Revision A board.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Ooh,
What's up, Mel?
Mel.
Damn.
Okay. Pause
Okay.
the YouTube stream.
You don't have to pause it. Just mute it.
Can you hear us, Sean?
Yeah, I can hear you all of a sudden. Yes.
Okay. He's back. Excellent.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You sound fine.
Frickin' finally.
He could hear you the whole time. He was just giving you shit.
You know when drunk.
I can't help it, man. I can't help it.
Hey, John, can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me go hide in my closet. Yep.
Let me say hello to everybody. Jerry Calverley, hello, sir. JDS.
Internet connection. Lagging, slow.
Whose connection?
Sean Brooks.
Oh.
I've got basic DSL. It's kind of slow.
It's kind of.
And I'm hearing you guys just kind of fall out. So anyway.
Good night there, Props Off.
Props Off is heading to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be up early too, man, but I don't care. So.
Steven joined us.
Merritt. Wow. Steven in the house. You know, we haven't had Steven on the panel in a while either, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven.
And it's going to blow Steven's mind that both Sean and me are on here.
There's the link, Steve. Feel free to join. So, Mel, what do you think of these new, I'm calling them rules. I don't even want to call them laws, dude. I just don't think they're going to be able to push them the way they think they are.
Well, do they ever push anything the way they think they're going to?
No.
Okay. So that's a given. But this thing that they did to the Enterprise when they launched it, I knew they were doing that. Someplace I read it or something that it was going to have that technology built in.
Mm-hmm.
And the new M210 has it. And they're going to add it to everything from now on that they build, which if it really did anything, it'd probably be a good thing. But right now, aircraft aren't even required to have it.
Right.
So I guess in preparation, there's a possibility that it'll make some people safer, like kids, you know, but only if they do like what I heard you say earlier, if it like forces the drone to land or, you know, descend to 50 feet or something and not be able to be controlled until the threat has passed.
Right.
And it might even help with geofencing to keep kids out of stadiums and things like we saw just the other day. You know, so a lot of that kind of stuff I'm okay with because I know that it won't directly affect me. So I don't really worry about it too much.
Yeah. Yeah. You are 107 certed though, are you not?
I am. I'm commercially flying out here in California right now.
Right. And so for the basic hobbyist, though, a lot of this is going to affect them.
And it should, because there's a lot of people that call themselves basic hobbyist that mom and dad went and bought Junior a drone today.
Sure.
He's considered a hobbyist.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah.
Steven's ready to sell all of his drones and just give up on the entire drone world.
I'll give him $1 for each one right now.
I'm keeping my Hubsons.
Oh man, those are the ones I wanted. No.
So I do wanted to go ahead and throw this question out. So basically, what company is best right now to this day is good enough for, you know, drones? Like what do
you mean? And what do you want to do with the drone? Because all that makes a difference.
No, I want to know what company is like, you know, like as far as, how do I put this? More wealthy, I guess.
Well,
Like what company is like extremely
Dan,
wealthy? As
Dan
of
and I might
right
give
now?
you two different answers, but right now, the market leader, the
Mhm.
company that offers the safest, most technologically advanced overall
Mhm.
is DJI. The next one up, in my opinion, is Parrot.
Now,
Mm.
Mel is right. I would agree with those as being probably the biggest in the market for reasons of consumer purchasing. And obviously, I think the majority of people flying these are basic, consumer drone enthusiasts. You know what I mean? They're not really, if I was looking at this from a very professional aspect, then there's companies that make a lot more than DJI really do. But that's because of the type of drones they're selling, and they're drones that most of us would never have the opportunity to play with or even put our hands on. So, from an aspect of what is out there for the regular consumer base that most people can afford, I would say DJI, and then great runner up for that would be Parrot, and then Unique, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Sean Brooks agrees with Drone Worship as he watched Drone Worship's latest video on
Yeah.
this.
Only because Philly Drone Life seemed a bit confused on what he was saying when he was like, "Oh, all professionals fly DJI." Well, that's not true. The professionals you watch fly DJI because of the type of filming and pictures that you do. Those are the people you gravitate to. If you get into the entire hobby like I do, where you want to know all aspects of it, then you will find that professional really is way higher up on the food chain
Mm.
than just DJI as being the base model for professional drones. They really are. They're kind of the baseline for professional drones.
Sean Brooks
Well,
agrees with Drone Worship.
So
depends on what you're doing with it.
Sure. Well,
Because
that's what I was saying. So,
who is it? The Typhoon H, is that you? That's Unique, right?
Unique.
So
Yep.
Unique has some really large aircraft,
Yep.
as does DJI. They both have aircraft that I would consider heavy lifters in
Sure.
this business that are capable of carrying fluid tanks for spraying crops
Mhm.
or something like that. So the like that is why I said the answer the way I said it, is because
Sure.
it depends on what you're going to do
Mhm.
with the drone and what your target is.
Yep.
Period. That's what determines what you should buy.
right. So out of DJI, if I'm pronouncing the company's name right,
Yeah, it's three letters,
so-
DJI.
DJI. What is the best drone that you guys have ever flown by that company?
Whoa, oh, okay. Well, that's
Well, what's the best drone?
the
as
best
far as-
drone is the Matrice that they currently make right now that they offer.
Oh, okay.
But you
And how much
talking
is
big
it?
bucks, sir.
Again, that depends on what you want to do with it.
Right.
If you want to fly a Matrice M210 and hang an X4 and an XT under it to do inspection work, you're looking at $35,000 investment.
Yep.
Hmm.
Easily.
Yeah, maybe
Did
40.
Yep.
Any of you see Mr. Huron's last video about being at the police station
Yeah,
with their drone?
we saw him fly the $40,000 Matrice. Actually, I think it was upwards of $50,000 with the camera and the FLIR setup that they purchased for it.
More than that, because that X30 camera is about 30 grand by itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, the X
So-
zoom.
So wait, there's different parts you can assemble for that drone, right?
Oh, okay. Well,
From the Inspire up,
Okay.
DJI offers different cameras that you can put on different drones.
right.
Huh.
And my issue with DJI, as most of you know, is that they're very proprietary. So I'm not the world's biggest fan of proprietary setups, just because you're so limited to what the company can offer you. Once you've gone through their
But
what
so
is
is Unique. You can't take a Unique camera and put it on a DJI
No,
drone.
no, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But that's why I also don't fly too much Unique. I got away from Unique a while ago. Like I strictly really started getting into the open source just because there's so many more options available.
We fly solo.
Well, he knows, but the whole thing is because there's no limitations in that. If I wanted to hook a DSLR camera up to my Solo with a heavy gimbal, it can do that. The Solo can lift 8 pounds. That's an absolute animal for a 4 pound bird. So if I wanted to put a Sony DSLR setup on there, I could do that with no issues. It would have no problem carrying it. And then all I have to do is attach the firmware to it, write it into the IMX6 board, add it to the Arducopter, and I'm ready to go. You can't do those things with DJI because they're proprietary based, which is why when you get into like drones that Hollywood uses and stuff, those are $250,000 drones, but they're all open source, and some of them take like 3 or 4 operators to do one drone, which is why they cost that much. So that's why I was saying when it really depends on like Mel was saying, it really depends on what you're aiming for. What is really a company that makes a lot of money? Well, being that DJI puts out so many drones, you know what I'm saying? And they sell so many of them, they're probably one of the biggest money makers. But in my mind, they're not really top professional. They're professional for what they do, which in my head is basic photography until they put out the Matrice. Now the Matrice offers you a whole new lineup of stuff that you can do with it, which is why I'm happy that they finally pushed into more of the professional aspect of the market. But once again, it's still proprietary. Once you run out of things that you can attach to it, you're waiting for the next release that they have come out. And I'm not a fan of waiting for the next release. That means every 2 years I have to upgrade what I've got and spend another $40,000 on a new drone.
Oh, man, that's insane, dude.
But not JDS quad.
It's just something to invest in. You know what I mean? Like, your drones don't come cheap. I'll tell you that. They really don't. From the last time, I was on your panel, drone, asking asking like 100 questions about it because it actually really intrigued me. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And if you want something to do that is, I would say, technically more geared toward hobby, but you want a good looking end result,
right?
Lightweight, inexpensive, easy to carry. Either the Parrot Anapi or the Mavic 2 series, the Pro or the Zoom. I'm kind of fond of the Zoom myself, but because the 1-inch sensor on the Pro is a freaking joke.
So's the gimbal, right? Doesn't the gimbal have a lot of issues as well? Just like
it's the same gimbal. It's the same gimbal as the Zoom. They hot glue or epoxy or something a couple of the gimbal motors together so that it does what they want it to do, but they have to attach that stuff somehow. So maybe the rest of the gimbals have got some glue in them that we've just never had one break right there, so we don't know it's glued together,
Right.
But they work well, and you can get a Mavic 2 Zoom with a Flymore kit with the fancy controller for under $2,000 now. So that's not a huge investment to the average person. And if you go look at some of my videos, for example, the video I posted last night, that was all shot on the Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, I'll give you, Premiere Pro earned its keep, but that's Mavic 2 Zoom footage.
Yeah. And I have to give it to DJI. Their cameras are absolutely fantastic. They do an amazing job with their cameras for the price point that they hit you off with. It's incredible, and that's why people really gravitate towards DJI products. They're extremely stable. They're very, very sturdy platforms for the most part. I mean, if you crash into a pole going 20, 30 miles an hour, you're gonna have broken parts. But for the most part, man, they're extremely stable, sturdy platforms that are well built, that are user friendly, that have excellent flight times, great cameras, lots of options available. But for me, I like the do-it-yourself stuff. I love the
you're a wrench turner though. You like to do that,
and it's not for everybody. I agree.
And I'm okay with doing that. If I break something, I can take it apart, figure out how it's made, and fix it. But that's not what I want to spend my time doing.
Sure.
My time, especially now, is so limited that when I do have time, I want rotors spinning, man. I don't want screwdrivers turning,
Sure.
I mean, it's that simple.
So, and that's, but see, for me, that's what makes it so much fun is that, like, I can now use the GoPro Hero 3, GoPro Hero 4, GoPro Hero 5, GoPro Hero 6, and GoPro Hero 7, as well as DSLR setup. And they have a few other Sony cameras now that can also be attached to the Solo. And they're just getting better. It seems weird as the Solo fades out of the line of sight in the drone market to the people that are really just DIY people. There's still companies producing things in the background for the Solo that continue to blow my mind. Like, and it just continues to get better. It's really strange. They're like, oh, there's no batteries. Oh, well, we're still going to make parts for it. It was like, oh, okay. Keep the accessories coming, you know?
But see, that's cool. That's cool that people do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they take their personal time to do it. That's why there's a huge group on Facebook just dedicated to the Solo and keeping it alive. It was a $2,000 drone. Actually, it was $2,300 when it first was released. It was the world's first smart drone. And ever since 3DR gave up on it and they gave it to the open source development team, it just got so much better from there. But unfortunately, they had already tanked. Like, the company was selling them off for $250 a pop because they went in the hole so bad that they had to just rely on selling firmware to people, which is site scan software. And that was the only way they were able to get themselves out of debt without tanking 3DR as a company. So unfortunately for them, you know, these $2,000 birds shot down to $250 and they got bought up like crazy. Everybody wanted them, you know, and you can still find them all over the place. The problem is there's no batteries for them anymore. So as
I got the perfect Solo tool. And if I'd have known if I'd have had the foresight that I'd have wanted to show it to you, I'd have got it out of the toolbox in my pickup on my way back up here. It's a 3-pound ball peen hammer, you know.
Oh man!
Stab you right in the heart. Stab you right in the heart.
And you twist it too on the end.
Oh sure, you can't do it without twisting it, man.
So I've actually got a guy that's 3D printing an entirely new body for the Solo, and we're gonna try some fun stuff. We're gonna have a hack at. We're gonna have a hack at a smaller battery with better flight times. We want to try to get 45 minutes out of the Solo. We are running the Green Cube 2 now, so it's had a completely different brain upgrade, but we wanted to be able to use 4S batteries and hide them inside the body, just like a regular Connect. Just a 4S connection and then balance port, then plug it right into the Solo and close the door. That we don't have to worry about any more of the batteries sitting on top of the bird with a Velcro strap. We want to make it look like a stealth bomber, crazy setup, kind of very unique look. And
are you sure? 3D printing might be a good way to go for the initial testing.
Sure.
But that's not going to give you the structural strength you're going to want.
Right. Oh, no, I get that. We're going to have to do, well, the IMX6 board is long. It's about like this, and everything sits on a stack. So it's basically a stack tower, kind of like a race drone.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is all body. So you can actually reinforce the arms and legs inside with framework and still not have an issue because you're just running wires up them, and that's about the gist of that. So as long as you can fit the IMX6 in there, and then the battery has a place to slide in, plug in, and then a door can close, good to go.
Well, I promise you, the first time you land it hard, and I don't even mean crash it. Something of that 3D printed chassis is going to let go because it's just not strong enough to do it.
Yeah. I have a couple people that are willing to make casts, and if it works, then they'll start doing molding kits. But this is just testing phase.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What would really be cool is if you could get it injection molded. That would be the...
Yeah. I mean, Jerry's actually... Was it Jerry? I was talking to another guy that's doing some other work. I think Jerry's good at 3D printing, but if Jerry wants to take this on, I have a couple different model ideas for the Solo. I would love to get it away from the look that it currently has and try some other stuff with it, but I also have figured out a way to get the Session 4 to mount to the Solo with a third-party gimbal and still work properly, and this would really weight reduct it like crazy. So I kind of want to start making interchangeable camera setups with plug and play through like something like a extension board, you know what I'm saying? Like like basically an extension port that plugs right into the bottom of the extension bay. You know what I mean? Trying to think of the breakout board. That's what I was thinking of.
That would be kind of cool.
So then you could just immediately disconnect that just kind of like
modular. Make it
modular,
like
right?
modular.
Just like the Evolve does, and then plug right into the bottom of it, and then plug it right into the breakout board, and then into the extension port.
Mhm.
So we have a whole team of guys working on this because we would like the Solo to have a second life. I really want it to have a second life, and I think we can take it and make what's already good even better. You know,
But
and then
change the name and start a new company.
exactly. There's so many of them out there. I have 3 of these stupid things laying around now, and I know people that have like 15 or 20 of them.
It sounds like parts are not hard to get. So
They are not. Actually, there were only 80,000 3DR Solos produced. 80,000. That was it. So it had a very short run, but most people are selling them off right now like crazy because there's no batteries left. So I have 8 batteries. I'm good for the moment. Plus, I have like 4 homemade ones that I've already started on here. And so I'm like, I have no reason to upgrade my drone anytime in the near future because I can just keep adding parts to the Solo to make it better and better. You see where I'm going with this? Like, and that's why I never bought DJI stuff. There's no restrictions. There's no geofencing that's going to stop me. There's nothing that's going to say, hey, you can't fly here. It's a no-fly zone. None of that applies to the Solo. You know?
So as far as DJI goes, what do you think the next big thing is for that company in particular?
I'll let Mel take that one.
unfortunately, I think they're going to do what I said they shouldn't do and what I said I thought they would never do, and that's make another Spark. But I think they should go heavy into enterprise equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That Mavic Enterprise that they built, it's the same. It's just a Mavic 2. It's got a dual camera under it on the same gimbal. It's a very, very low resolution infrared camera that you can't even make out what it's looking at unless you use the MSX technology to overlay the infrared over the RGB image so that it kind of makes an outline of what it is you're looking at. But if they could make a small aircraft like that, maybe even a little bigger, and put at least a 640 FLIR under it with an RGB so that you could do either or and not have to overlay one to the other to get an image, then they would have a smoking product that the police, fire, emergency rescue, all them people would use.
So, which is mostly the camera for it, right? Like, I mean, were they wanting to make that? You know,
that's what they were trying to target with that drone. With they call it the Dual, and it's got an infrared camera next to a RGB camera, and when you shoot video or take pictures, it's running both cameras. And then when you put it in the I think it's MSX mode, it overlays one over the other so that you get an outline of the solid objects, cars, people, whatever the case might be.
Red. Steven wants to know if you're going to rap. You should rap for him.
Who?
Steven says, you got that big mic. You going to rap in a minute? Steven doesn't realize that's what Red does on YouTube. He raps.
Yeah, I mean the whole drone, the drone thing actually like really caught my attention. So I mean, it's always good to know new things. You know what I mean? And
I can't see that he's got a big mic. I can see he's got a big pop filter though.
Yeah. So Red Kryptonite actually made a song for me, a rap song. I think it's called Drones.
That's with the Z, not an S.
Right, Drones.
Drones.
You can look that up on Red Kryptonite on YouTube, and the song is called Drones. That's fun. It's good. So there you go. Yes, he does rap.
I do too for Christmas.
There you go.
and for Jed Clampett. I rap for Jed Clampett. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. I rap for Jed Clampett.
Give us a rap.
Yo, check it. Let me tell you a little story about my man named Jed. Hey, poor mountaineer Billy kept.
I love it.
It's like, want to be a farmer, crop grower, 20-inch blades on the lawn mower, sprayer, got my cornrows tight, getting the beanstalker ready for tonight. Oh my.
Yeah.
Farmer edition, a little Troy sitting
I
fat
flew
down south.
high today.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
So I'll make you proud, Dan.
you're gonna make me proud? Make me
Yep.
proud, sir.
I flew my Mavic 2 Zoom at about 2,500 feet above sea level.
Whoa.
Mm.
Yeah, I was still only 300 feet above ground level though, because I was way up in the hills.
Somebody climbed a mountain.
No, we took a Ford F-250 Super Duty 4-wheel drive up a mountain, and by God, I want to tell you what. Does 25 and 30-degree incline mean anything to you?
Oh yeah, wow.
We were
Holy
like,
mackerel.
I mean, yeah, there was times where it was, yeah, at least 25 degrees up.
Everybody
At
lean
least.
to the right.
But hey guys, I do gotta head out. My mom is cooking dinner, so I haven't eaten anything all day. My stomach is like really eating itself. So, Drone, I want to thank everybody on panel and
Yeah,
everyone
man.
in the chat for having me up here, man. It was an honor, man.
You didn't have your mom cook all of us dinner, bro? That seems a little
Hey, man.
unfair.
Hey,
You
man.
know,
I haven't eaten anything all day, man. My stomach's eating itself. I haven't
one
eaten for
way.
like it's 7 hours now.
Now you just start calling him One Way Red.
All right.
One way red.
Right,
Sorry,
guys.
boy.
Much love, man, and take it easy, Drone.
You got it, brother.
No, call me a wiener. Call me a winner.
I call you a winner. Wiener.
He jumped in my
Chicken-
chat earlier and he was like,
Chicken
wiener.
dinner.
Gotta be a winner when mom's cooking for you.
Bro, the gravy train never stops.
You know what? The only person that can ever cook better than mom is grandma.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Mhm.
My grandma made shark one night and it was tasteless.
Might have been the wrong kind of shark.
That's gross.
If it was Thrasher, then yeah, probably so.
I don't know.
Hammerheads suck.
Hammerhead's even worse. Mako is the
All right, guys.
the
Much love,
meated
man.
choice. Red, it was nice to meet you, brother. Have a good night.
All right, guys. Y'all take it easy, man.
To
Much love.
you. All right. We got an opening on the panel. Feel free to join us. Anybody who wants to pop in on the dark side. I say dark side. I shouldn't say that because that's FPV. Well, I guess. It can't just be because I'm a Star Wars fan. Ah, it could be.
Hangouts it is.
Let's see here. So, Sean, you still flying all those Hubsons?
Yeah, 3 of them. Thinking about taking one to work tomorrow in my case. And actually thinking about giving one of my 109 X4s, the small one, away to a coworker because he was out on vacation, saw a guy that he was up on a hill, telling me today. He was up on a hill and saw some guy, I think with a Phantom, flying down along the ocean shore, taking videos. And he said, man, I was thinking, I'm just getting straight out shot. And this guy's flying this drone, getting the whole coastline.
Mm.
But yeah, he considered getting one. I says, man, you don't need to get a $600 one right now. You need to get something really small to learn how they fly first.
Hey, you got to learn first, man.
Yeah, and I elaborated.
Mike, what are you doing, bro? You've been muted for a while.
He might be slapping it.
Oh no, he's there. He'll pop in a sec.
I think he's brushing off the dust on his Evo.
We need more people to. Chuck D FPV, yo, I haven't seen Chuck in a while. Chuck was on Facebook a little while ago. Chuck, how's it going?
Okay, since no one's answering, DW, I'm dying to hear any of your experience on your birthday present, that Jack.
Oh, It works good, man. It jacks up a car just like it should.
Good.
I,
I'm looking forward to using mine.
I'm not quite sure I'm the mechanic to rate a jack. I'm like, yeah, the car's going up. It must be working. It's a good jack. You should buy one.
Jack it, buddy.
I just jacked the car. As long as I can do the job, I don't care. The jack did its job. I'm not one of those very particulars. Like I must be meticulous about the handle I buy. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like the.
How's
ahead.
Robin? How's Robin? Just gotta ask. How's Robin?
She's good, man. She's going back to school.
Right. I know she's been doing a lot of studying, so just hope she's doing well.
She's doing good, man. She's happy. She's waiting to get back into flying. Unfortunately, we kind of have opposite schedules at the moment, which makes things a little bit hard. She is one heck of an FPV pilot, though, man.
Yeah. Just hang on to her. She's a good lady.
I would agree with that.
Just observation only. Okay.
I was going to ask if there was any evidence to go along with that statement.
Just observation.
Yeah.
I like her smile. She's real cute. I love her laugh. She's just real cute.
She's a giggly thing. I give her that.
Okay, I heard my name mentioned. What did I miss?
I told you. He was listening.
Mike Brooks.
I put in chat that I was grabbing some coffee. I said I'd be right back.
We just figured you were slapping something.
All right.
All the time, man.
Slapping the gas tank,
Dark Side Mazda says 501 us on an 85-degree day, toting a GoPro Hero 5 Black. The battery will be hotter than hell until you fry your GPS and send the drone on its way back to wherever it wants to go. Well, I mean, first of all, your 501 SS wasn't meant to carry a GoPro. That's a given. Maybe a tiny run cam. That's about the gist of it. I did that once already. It flew for 4.5 minutes on a full battery carrying a GoPro, and it about trashed the drone. It was way too heavy. So
agrees with drone worship, yeah.
Bad idea, man. It's only meant to have that fixed camera on the front of it. That's about it. It's good, brother. I haven't checked you out in a while, so I've seen you were live.
Or something like that. Of course, I don't know how heavy a session is either.
No, because I tested them the other day. There's only about a 10 gram difference between a GoPro Hero 4 and a session.
Oh, okay.
So,
just a topic for anyone. Does anyone have any knowledge, experience with the Firefly 3S E? Good or bad?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Anybody who has to put up a Dan as a good woman? I concur. I agree with that statement. Oh yeah, man. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep right now. Mel's probably in the same boat.
No, actually, I went to bed about 10 o'clock last night and overslept. Didn't get up till 7 this morning.
Oh, good man.
Good thing it was a travel day. I moved from Salinas to Berkeley, of all places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what joy. I can't tell you how excited I am to be in the heart of snowflake country.
Stoked. Super stoked.
But it is what it is, All goes with the territory.
I tore this battery apart to pull the BMS out of it, Sean. Or yes, Steven.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant Steven there, Sean. I tore the Wingsland battery apart to have a go at this battery. I gotta tell you, man, this is a funky battery, bro. There is a reason that Wingsland tanked, because they had no idea how to design anything worth anything. This is pathetic how they put this together. Do you see how many ports are on there in the charge bay?
Hubson employees were moonlighting.
What?
Hubson employees must have been moonlighting. Working at Wingsland at the same time.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. I just realized I don't even know if this drone turns on.
Fire it up and fly it around the room.
Oh, we got lights.
Yeah, Mike Brooks wakes up.
Put it in the air.
I don't know how to fly it, bro. There's no directions on the controller. I got to read through the manual.
Well, either figure out how to fly it, or you'll have to figure out how to crash it. One of the two, but go for it.
Yeah, except it'll wake up every dog in this house when it starts slamming into things.
Yeah, you figure out how to fly it or figure out how to fix it one, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, he's right.
Well, that seems like kind of a chintzy click-on piece there. Made in China. All right.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff is made.
We're definitely not going to fly it inside the house now. Probably decapitate my guinea pig.
Now, where's your sense of adventure? Come on.
Nah, dude. You don't want 4 dogs to start screaming while she's asleep. Train.
Yeah, that's my train horn. That's my text thing. Somebody just either texted me or I got an email. Oh, could be Twitter. Could be Gary, the everyday dad, firing off Twitter again, because he does that pretty regular.
Stephen, we may just, seeing as somebody else stole my idea already after listening to me say it in a live stream, I won't mention any names. KH.
Speaking of, hey, DW, when was your birthday? I know it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. When was your birthday?
It's coming up.
June when?
June 5th.
Okay. For future reference.
I have learned, guys, not to give my ideas out on YouTube anymore. I thought everybody was going to be super cool, but this is the 4th idea that's been stolen from me like a week after I continue to... I guess I just thought... I thought people were cool, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe I give everyone too much credit.
Well, if you put anything out there any good, I'd steal it.
All my ideas are always good. That's why people steal the stupid ideas. I just think they wouldn't have the balls right after I say it on a stream to go do it, because then they know I'm going to point fingers.
Duh. Duh.
Well, maybe people just like getting pointed fingers at them.
I'll give you a hint. Terranite. Tannerite.
Tannerite. Oh, and you think somebody stole that idea from you, do you? I know somebody's been playing with that shit for years.
I know, but this is the second idea at least 1 week after. Mike knows the first one. Mike knows the first idea that was taken by the same individual.
The flying inside of a train or a vehicle.
Fucking yeah. And then right after I had, it wasn't 4 days after I said it, somebody did it.
That would have worked out good if he had turned off the sensors on the bottom of it. But
I agree, but still.
Mike Brooks, so real quick, I'm going to watch your videos of the Evo, but how do you like it? I mean, if you had it to purchase again, would you purchase it?
Oh, yeah, for the money, man. It's a nice bird. I've got no issues with it. I know a couple of people that have complained about getting weird batteries or batteries that didn't last as long as they should have. I had one incident where mine did a forced landing when it had 40% battery still left.
Wow.
But other than that, that was only a one-time thing. But yeah, man, for $1,000, you can't beat that. And I think Best Buy has got a deal going on right now where you can get an extra free battery and case or something. I don't know. But it's a damn good deal.
So, Mike, what's your that you've tried? What's been your maximum flight time? Even though you probably hadn't pushed it, but what's been your maximum flight time? About roughly.
Yeah, I didn't push it, but I've got at least 20 minutes out of it without, being concerned about it. I didn't want to stress the battery or anything, but yeah, you can get easy 20 minutes. Probably more.
And Mike Brooks, so have you flown it over residential where there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference? And if so, how's it reacted, in your opinion?
I wouldn't say I've flown it, not at a distance, but I mean I've got a lot of Wi-Fi around my house here across the street, but the signal is solid on that boy. In one of my videos, you can see I flew it out 2 miles away, and it's
Wow.
still at full signal strength.
Okay, yeah. Look for some comments from me. Been busy, etc. And I'm just gonna have to make a point to watch those this week, especially this weekend, 3 day weekend, etc. So yeah.
Yeah, and check out Dustin's video on it.
Oh, I
I
have.
mean, it signal wise, man.
Sorry about that, guys.
I wish I could get one for drone worship, but it's a
I'll
little
be right
beyond
back.
my
Right,
ability.
man.
Love
Yeah,
to see drone
man.
worship review one of those, but maybe one day.
Oh, DW's got a lot of stuff to review, man.
If you're looking to spend that kind of money, Sean, the Evo is not a bad deal, and if you want to spend a little bit more, go with the Mavic 2 Zoom. But the
I've
Evo,
looked at that and considered it, and I think I've just mildly, touched base with that on DW. But yeah, still the Evo's kind of unique because it doesn't have the updates and doesn't have the airport restrictions that DJI has.
yeah, it actually will let you know if it's a restricted airspace, but it won't block you from flying.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So just, use your best judgment and fly away, man. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah, I'm
good.
not like 17 anymore, so I got
Yeah.
a little bit better judgment.
Join us there, Lloyd. Lloyd just popped in. The grumpy blogger. I popped the link up for him. It's funny.
Lloyd,
Every time Lloyd comes in here, Mel disappears to make a phone call.
Huh.
They're coordinated, bro. Muhammad, Rizkan, what's up, bro? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna go with it. Bakat, back to you, sir. They're saying Opa, Opa.
drone
Man,
obsessed Jerry has a question. Does the Hero 4 Silver have ND filters for it?
yes, it does. I have mine somewhere. I just can't remember what I did with them. um, I don't know. They're somewhere. They're very cheap too. You can get a good set of them for like $20 or something like that. I can't remember where they're at. I have them somewhere.
Good answer.
We can't exist in the same time and space. That's funny. Great Scott! It will cause a paradox.
Have you seen a drone on lately? Drone worship?
I've been talking to Brian. He's really busy. He's got my Tyro right now. He's been working on getting my Tyro up and functioning properly. I gave up
Okay.
on the damn thing. Oh,
Got
the dark side Mazda said, Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is a man. Oh, God. Finkel's a man. Ah. He burns his clothes and takes a shower while crying. Your gun is digging into my hip. Oh my god. That's funny. Does anybody know what I was just talking about, or did I just lose everybody with that?
You're talking about the Finkel.
Yeah, Ace Ventura.
What? Huh?
Huh? What? Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Hello, I'd love to ask you a few questions.
Sorry, I was multitasking.
It's all good. I think I'm gonna open
Hey.
my streams like that from now on. That's how I'm gonna open my streams. I'm just gonna have my butt right in front of the camera, squeezing my cheeks
No.
together.
TMI.
Hello, I'd love to ask you a few questions.
Shave that hair. You got a mustache on that thing? Or is that a tramp stamp?
I got some great. I was gonna say, dude, that's the best time to stream when you can't say anything great. I guess we would call that what, Pillonese?
Or muff diving.
Oh wow, came out of the woodwork with that, Sean. Yes, the ex-Dolphin player that got a sex change and was the captain or some shit. Yeah. Steven got it. To train the Dolphin time up on the bell going, ee, ee, and you can quote him. Good times. Heinz Witzka, trainer of the Dolphin. Where's Drone Man? Drone Man Productions hates me now. He absolutely hates my guts. Every video I put up, he immediately dislikes it with all his accounts that he's created. He's gone off the deep end on me, and it's all he doesn't realize it's all him. He did it to himself.
You tell
You
him.
know? Huh?
You tell him, man. That's
Like,
what does he think anybody did to him?
I don't know.
All to himself.
Did it all to himself, and he just like for some reason that doesn't register to him. You know, he doesn't understand why. Like, don't get drunk and come on somebody's stream and not pay attention to the rules. I gave him so many chances to be cool, and finally had enough, dude.
I know. And you brought him in, I don't know how many times to the stream, and he did exactly what he said he wasn't going to do.
It wasn't even 3 minutes into the stream. Please don't cuss. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to cuss. I'm not going to. Oh, this is absolute bullshit. I was like, bro, you just cussed. Oh, and then he spelled it. I was like, bro, you just did it again. What are you doing?
Oh, I've seen the dude on some of your live streams. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he gets.
I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll be quiet tonight.
I'll be quiet tonight, you know, and then he immediately does it. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm thinking, why does he do that to DW? DW is so cool, etc., etc. Yeah.
And then he came in here and attacked Billy in the chat. I don't
yeah, that's right. I even stuck up for
was attacking him.
Yeah. Yeah, he went. That's right. He went AWOL on Billy. I remember, and that's when I finally had enough. I was like, all right, look, calm down, bro. Like, you can't just come in here and just go crazy. Like, all right, we let you have your, you know, I'm fine with a little bit of banter, but, you know, when you start getting super personal with somebody, then, hey, look, dude, sorry, you got to go. You know.
And I gotta say, if anyone's so lenient and understanding, DW is the most lenient and understanding and forgiving, etc. That's why he keeps me in here.
I am, until people make things personal with me.
Yeah.
And then they find out the raw side of DW.
Well, one thing I've got to say, DW, is you shit too close to the house.
I do, but you know, it's all good because you can always bury that poo with extra dirt that you find. And I find enough dirt. So.
Or a little kitty litter.
I can't, man. Look, and it's nothing against him. I have no problem with him. I still don't. Even though he's disliking all my vids, I have no problem. I don't care. But he's not welcome in my streams anymore. He can come in here and chat. I didn't block him out of the chat section. He can come in here and chat, but he's not welcome to come on my panel
Live
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, he,
I've seen that. I've seen that from you. So yeah, I'm with you. You're good.
he attacked Billy 3 times, and I told him 3 strikes, man, and one more time you're out. So I ended up having to kick him out, and I didn't ban him.
No, he just 300 seconds, and then he got tired and left after that.
Yeah.
And then
you didn't block his comments.
No, but then he goes, like, Chris invited me, MD95 invited me to do a segment of drone talk with him. And while I was in there, he started laying into me. And I had already promised Chris, I'm like, look, I'm not, if anybody pops in and doesn't like me, it's cool, dude. I'll overlook it. It's fine. It is what it is, man. I'm here for you. It has nothing to do with anybody else at this point. I'm just here to have fun, chat with you, and go from there. Drone Man came in, dude, and he was just going absolutely AWOL. I hate that drone worship guy. He's a piece of shit. Blah, 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 blah. And then I think he got timed out of Chris's as well. I think Crystal put him in timeout. So he's just like burning bridges left and right, man. He doesn't know how to just contain himself.
Wow, no wonder I get banned from a couple of other live streams. I'm for drone worship. Something about me. Okay, another story.
I think Mel's back.
Mel is back. I tried to get Lloyd in here, Mel, but he's something about took a few pills. Now he's speaking fluent Pillanese.
I think he said somebody had a tooth pulled.
Yeah.
Hello, Lloyd. Yeah, he went and had a tooth pulled this morning. So
I told him that's the best time to get on here. Loose tongue, that's when you can get away with anything you want to.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with him though. You know how he gets to rambling on things sometimes.
It's all good, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep my channel in the same direction it's been going, honestly, with all these rule changes and stuff. I've been really contemplating what way I want to take my channel from here. If I do end up getting my 107, it's all great, man, but I don't know if I might just be getting tired of putting out constant drone content, Instead of chasing what I want to do, which is actual vlogging, just like Lloyd, I'd like to just do vlogging, and I can still weigh in on drone stuff, but I'm not sure that's really the route I want to chase anymore. I enjoy taking the trips and sharing them with everybody more than I do actually doing tons of mods and showing everybody how to do them. I get it. I've been extremely helpful in the past, but, it's not really where my heart is. My heart in all of this is vlogging. And I really would like to pursue that aspect more than just mods and constant drone update videos,
Yeah.
Hey, and I enjoy watching you drive home from work and with a bump on your tire.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like I can be so much more myself when I'm doing vlogging than I can sitting in a room talking to people all the time or making a video very specific to one thing. And it's not that I can't make those videos, because obviously I'm still going to make them. I'm going to give my points of views on things. I'm going to buy new products and talk about it. I'm going to show stuff. But, I don't want that to be the center of what my channel has become, because I don't think that this is going to be around much longer in that fashion. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what way this is heading with the hobby. And, is it going to get to the point where all of us reviewers go stagnant because nobody really wants to get in the market anymore? You know what I mean? I'm seeing that. Go ahead.
I'm personally looking forward to your boat adventures.
No, and I still have those coming. We're getting ready to redo the transom on the boat. I'm putting all new wood back there, and and that'll give us a chance to take out the Gladius and actually check out some shipwrecks and all that. I have all the proper equipment to run a really decent vlog channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not sure I'm willing to chase buying drones and constant RC products is extremely expensive. It just is, and I realize that I've spent, thousands of dollars over the past 3 years. Instead of taking care of personal needs, I've chased the hobby,
Yes.
and it's caused me to really fall back on myself and decide what's important to me. So
Yeah, the financial aspect of just buying all these to try to entertain people and educate them. Yeah,
it hasn't quite paid off in the sense that I had hoped that it would by the amount of time and hours and investment of sweat equity that I put into it. And
you need more financial contributors.
Well, I'm not. Look, it's never anyone's job that watches me to pay me. I've never asked that of anybody, and I don't. I don't want you guys to do that. The idea is that Google pays me. Google is my boss, and I want that paycheck from them. I don't want it to be from you guys. All I ask from you guys is support. That's all I want. That's all anybody should really be here for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More people appreciate you, Drone Worship, and support you than maybe you realize, but still, I know where you're coming from.
I mean, I'm not sure that chasing all the RC products is really what I'm having it was fun when I got started. And I think a lot of people in this hobby have really changed my opinion on it as time went on. Like, it started off being really fun, but now I realized everybody's super opinionated and it just feels like negativity a lot of the time. And it's not that I'm bringing it onto myself. It just, I see that this hobby spawns so many different aspects of negativity. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not a DJI guy, then you don't fly drones. If you're not this, then you're not a real pilot. Like,
if you're for Hubson, then you're against the rest of us.
Then you're against the rest. Like, they're spawning into different groups. It's like high school all over again. You know what I mean? And I just want to enjoy the hobby and have fun and test all aspects of it. I don't want to just be centered around one thing or this or that. Now, don't get me wrong. As all of us have our likes and dislikes, I don't like proprietary. I try to stay away from proprietary things. It's just not me. It's not the way I like to do things. Just like Mel likes to buy things that come out of the box that are pre-set up, ready to go, that are going to have a professional aspect, do exactly what's expected of it for his client, and that's what he wants. And that's a great way to look at it. If that's what you're looking for out of the hobby, then Mel found his niche. Same thing with you, Sean. You're just in it for flying. You don't even care about taking drone footage. You just want to get up there and fly and have fun. That's your side of things. That's your niche.
Right. Hey, I've got a question. If any of you, any DW, Mike, Brooks, any of you'd like to comment, E-Drone, the last video I saw of him was that 8-foot drone that they were flying. Does anyone have any comments? I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on this.
I'd love to have something like that, but I ain't going to spend that kind of money. I didn't think I'd ever spend the kind of money I do now on these things.
but thoughts on that video and thoughts of what they, the flying aspect of that thing. I mean, it was so darn quiet. It was so stable. Just wanting to hear other people's input is all, since we're here.
Which drone now?
The E-Drone had, I can't be more explicit right now but I think I mentioned that to you on one video or one live stream. You said, yeah, we saw E-Drone, that he had a video of that 8-foot motor-to-motor drone.
Oh, yeah, no, those massive class race drones.
Yes.
I forget what they're called. I still haven't had a chance to watch that video. E-Drone sent me, Chris sent me a little footage of that thing being set up, and he was like, it's on, bro. Yeah. And I still haven't watched the video, so I need to go check that out. I'm sure E-Drone probably has one posted out, and MD. I got to get over there and check it out. I heard those things are wicked, dude. Like, just absolutely wicked. Super stable. He
flew it overhead, and it was so freaking quiet.
Was it really?
Plus the guy had never really flown it per se. He just kind of took it off and just made sure it was stable. Then he started flying around FPV and flew it overhead a couple of times, and everybody got quiet about the third time, and you could hear how quiet it was, and it had, 12-inch props, or 16. I can't, don't quote me. But it was really awesome and really quiet, really stable, but it was so freaking big. Freaking big. The land he was flying it on was actually too small.
Sure.
No comments from anyone. He had only hovered it, and I think that was his actual first flight.
Yes.
But that thing was smooth, man. That thing was just sweet, man. It just he didn't take it up very high or very far away, but it was like the limousine of drones, seeing that thing fly around.
So
Agreed with Mike Brooks. Yeah.
to finish off what I was saying to you there, Sean, is that I think I want to be the fun face of droning. You know what I'm saying? I
Then
think
you're in trouble.
I know, I know. I do want to be the fun factor. You know, I've seen, and I'm not even saying I would ever be nearly as large as Casey Neistat, but I love what Casey did. Casey went from just being a photographer and droning to becoming a big actual face in the drone market. I don't, you know, and he did it in such a suave way. Now, I don't like a lot of his content, but he definitely set himself up the correct way and did things in to keep himself positive and moving forward. I don't like the way he treats his equipment in the slightest. I think the majority of us can agree with that. He just treats his equipment like trash, but you know, but he did go from just being a vlogging channel to something a whole lot more that everybody in the drone world actually knows. How do you go from being a blogger to the face of you know, a big portion of the drone community? You know what I mean? Like, how does that? I don't understand how the plot comes in there, but he was able to do that. And that's not even the route I really want to take. I want to get into vlogging, but still stay with drones and talk about them and communicate and be a part of it, but not spend all the money. You know what I mean? That's really what I'm trying to get away from, is continuing to just blow cash flow. It's just hard, man. It's hard. I have too much personal stuff to hammer out. I have just, it's getting harder, you know.
Yeah, you're a real person, so yeah.
Broken costs and money, that's how. Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, and that's accurate, Dark Side Mazda. It did. It went from buying a Hubsan drone at 200 and what, $30 at the time, $240 at the time it was released, and now all of a sudden I'm like $8,000 into this, you know? Like, I could have owned a new car a long time ago. I could have had a set of jet skis by now. I could have really been furthered my life, and instead of, you know, but it's for the hobby. I enjoy it. That's why I continued doing it. I was having fun doing it, you know, but I it's not really where I wanted to go with all of this. I think it's not making me 100% happy, and I think the idea here is to make yourself happy, you know.
Agreed.
Mel, what's your thoughts?
Well, you got to do it that way, because if you're not happy, why bother?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, do it for you. Do it for your enjoyment.
Very true. Me and Mike have been talking about this for probably close to a year now. Would you agree with that, Mike?
Earth to Mike. Earth to Mike.
I think I started bringing this up to Mike roughly a year ago, you know, telling him how my frustrations are with all this and what has happened to the drone groups and just animosity. It's tiring. It's tiring watching the negativity. You
I
know.
heard my name mentioned again, man. I was topping off my coffee.
You're good, man. I was talking about how I've been talking to you about the direction I've been thinking about taking with my channel for probably roughly a year now, wanting to change directions with it.
Yeah.
So you've been talking about it for a year.
Roughly, yeah, and I still haven't pushed anything forward for myself.
So I'd say, based on results, you really don't want to make a change.
The question is why, though? Why have I decided not to make the change? You know, what has kept me from making the change? That's
obviously you like it the way it is.
Yeah, agreed.
Because if you didn't like it, you would have changed something.
It might be accurate in a sense, yeah.
I mean, just looking at, you know, the facts. Simple analysis. It's not rocket science.
Or I'm just really hard at making decisions, dude.
Well,
or I think Drone Worship enjoys, well, and forgive me for putting it this way, but pleasing other people. There's other ways you can word that. Not that that's accurate, but pleasing other people, his followers.
Well, no, I
tries to give them what they want.
Well, and that's the thing, though, is that made me very unhappy doing that, constantly feeling like I needed to appease them as opposed to what I enjoyed out of the hobby. You know, chasing that aspect of it just made me an unhappy individual. I constantly felt like I needed to do it for everybody else as opposed to myself. You know.
One thing I was kind of looking forward to is you bouncing some of those phones.
Yeah, until I found out it's illegal to drop things from drones.
Is it?
Yeah, man. The only thing
Unless
it's a water balloon.
Well, no, you can drop things from drones if you're in a controlled environment and everyone involved is briefed on your flight plan and part of the blah 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 blah.
So I actually had a talk with FAA. Actually, somebody turned me in for that video I did where I dropped the cell phone. And if you remember, we were going to do durability testing, drones versus phones, where I was going to try to find a phone that could actually take a 400-foot altitude slap to the concrete and see if it survived. Somebody turned that in, and I got an FAA warning about dropping things from drones. I still have that email, so somebody did turn me into the FAA for doing it, and they tried to give me a very specific readout of saying, hey, the most you're really supposed to drop from a drone is maybe a fishing line. That's about the gist of it. You know, we don't want objects free falling from drones. And I was like, well, it was in my head. I was in a controlled environment. It was just me out there. There was nobody else. It was over a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing that could have possibly gone wrong for anybody else but myself. And still, the FAA thought they would weigh in on it. Now, I didn't get in trouble, but I did get my warning. So apparently there's a little more to it than I thought there was.
I would use that opportunity of the. I guess Lloyd's still here.
That answered your question.
Yep. I would take that opportunity of them opening the door on that, and I would say, hey, what if I'm in a controlled environment? My flight crew is briefed. There's nobody allowed in the area that's not part of the flight crew, and blah blah blah. Safety precautions, emergency procedures are in hand, and then see what they say.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any gear to put out a fire or anything. I didn't have any of that stuff. I was just figured it's going to hit a basketball court. If the battery ignites, it's going to be over in 2 seconds, and I sweep it up off the court, and it's over with. They apparently didn't see it that way. I'll see if I can track down that email. Mel, if I can find it, I'll just send it to you. I'll take a screenshot or just forward it to you so you can see what they had to say about it. That would have been close to, 6 months ago now when I got that warning. I didn't even discuss it because I didn't want to get myself in trouble for no reason. Whoever it was, I didn't want them to know that they had actually affected me in some format. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to take a hack at it at the time. I was going to let things simmer and then, look back into it later on. But it is what it is. I just decided to not do it from there just because I didn't want to get in trouble for no reason. So
hello, Lloyd.
Hi.
Yeah,
and I saw that bite me comment, by the way.
Yeah, well, what can I say?
Bite me.
Yeah, bite me, exactly. Yeah.
How's your jaw feeling?
It's there. Now, I have this smile,
looks
the
good.
hillbilly thing, but now I've got on this side. So I got
You got good airflow now.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on a second, guys. I need to go check on my wife. She just she might have fallen out of bed. Let me check.
I heard it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have to. Man, this hotel's really nice. This La Quinta Inn here in Berkeley.
We'll just rub it in.
They didn't have any ground floor room, so I'm on the second floor.
Huh?
So it's a journey for me to go outside and have a cigarette.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
You
I
don't
will
have
be
a
back.
balcony?
They
You don't have a
do,
balcony or
but
something?
they do. The balcony is about a foot wide, maybe a foot and a half. I could squeeze my fat ass out there on it, but they got a thing bolted to the track of the sliding glass door, so you can only open it far enough to stick your. Well, anyway, it don't open far enough.
Hey, Robert, I did not see flight test dropping stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Airbus a actual like home built airplane? I'm not sure that that's going to apply the same way as the drone thing. One you can hover, the other one is a flyby, drop and roll out. Like you can be a lot more precision with a drone if you're trying to drop something on somebody. Just a slight bit more precision there, accuracy going on. I really wanted to have a battle with the girlfriend. I wanted to hook a bunch of water balloons up and spray paint a massive target and play a game with my girlfriend and live and do a video of that. Some kind of like dart point system with water balloons and see who could come up the most points after 5 drops. I thought that would be a fun video to make, but totally got away from, huh?
But you enjoy the Oreo dunking contest better.
Yeah, and I'm surprised I didn't get tagged for that. That was, I mean, not that an Oreo would kill somebody. A cell phone might actually do some serious damage, but the Oreo, I had a great time with the Oreo dunk challenge. I swear to myself, and maybe I'll repeat that video just to see if it's doable again, because we went through like 16 boxes of Oreos just to get one Oreo from 300 feet to land in the glass, and it broke in half. Half of it fell out, and the other half went in the glass. And it was fun. But see, they were doing the Oreo dunk challenge where you get like $1 million in if you can do the most epic dunk ever. And I thought, how cool would it be to be the first person to have the highest Oreo dunk ever? So we were taking an Oreo up to 300 feet and then dropping it off the drone. And then my buddy was trying to get it to land in a glass of milk. It worked, kind of.
There's absolutely an easy solution to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yep. You want me to explain to you how to do it?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay. Use a plastic cup, like a
Solo cup.
Yeah, well, bigger. Like one of the big drink cups you get from one of them fast food junk places.
Mm-hmm.
Screw it to a big gulp cup. There you go.
Screw it to a string.
No, screw it to a board so it's anchored.
Right.
Seal up the bottom so it can't leak the milk out. Fill it with milk. Then take some like 2-pound monofilament line. Tie it to the cup. Tie it to the drone and let the Oreo slide down on a, screw an eyelid in there and just let it slide right down. It's still a dunk, right? And you'll guide it right into the cup every time. In fact, you could drop a half a dozen of them. Boom, 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 boom.
However, they had some very specific rules for it. It had to be a free dunk. Okay. They had some very strict rules for it. It had to be a toss or a free dunk, which means you can't have anything attached to make it go in. So what gave me the idea was they took an aircraft carrier and they took 5-gallon buckets and they filled them all with milk and they covered the entire top of the aircraft carrier. Okay. And then they took a drone up to like 60 feet and they dropped an Oreo and it went into one of the buckets. And I was like, well, that's stupid because that's too simple. Like anybody can do that. Not that you didn't spend a fortune on milk and 5-gallon buckets, but still, that's really simple. Why don't we take an Oreo up to 300 feet and I get my dumb friend who's very energetic to run after it with a glass of milk and a GoPro on his head? I think that's so much more epic. So I did. For days we went at this, dude. We had him running all the way across the field with a GoPro, staring up into the sky, trying to catch Oreos. It was absolutely.
He couldn't catch an Oreo in a cup.
So here's the thing. It worked out great until halfway down the Oreo would catch a spin, and then all of a sudden you would hear it. It would sound like a propeller going, and all of a sudden it would just take off in another direction. You know what I'm saying? So it made it very complicated, to say the least.
That's interesting.
We got smart, though. Then we started shoving quarters inside of them and closing them, trying to add more weight,
Right.
And when we did that, we finally got like 2 or 3 to go straight enough that they either would fall right in front of them or it made contact with the glass. And the problem is that we did get one to slap the glass and half of it broke and went in and the other half fell off. And I sent that footage to them and I said, this has got to be good enough for second place or something. And they were like, oh, sorry, it doesn't meet our guidelines. I was like, okay, well, you guys made a lot of money off me because I bought a ton of Oreos.
I saw that video. Still remember it to today.
Oh, God, dude. I wanted to meet Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. I was all excited. I'm like, yeah, we got the most epic dunk in the history of dunks. Nope.
Well, I'd say that was your catcher's fault.
Oh, man.
He's fast, too, man. He's fast. He's very quick on his feet.
Yeah, agree with drone worship. Yeah.
Yeah, just look up
quick.
Drone Worship Oreo Dunk on YouTube. You can watch all the excitement.
Didn't he catch half of one of them?
What's that?
Didn't he catch half of one of the
That's what I was
cookies?
saying. Half of it hit the
he did.
glass and broke and went in, and the other half fell out, and they still didn't take it. They wanted the full Oreo to go in the milk, and he had to drink it and then eat the Oreo at the end.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just catch it. There was more to it than that.
Yeah, there was very specific rules, and we were trying to meet all of them. So
Yeah, but you can't drink it and eat if you can't catch it.
True.
well, he said he was fine with swallowing the quarter. So I wish you the best, dude. Oh man.
I'll
You
be
just
back.
didn't want it back after it cycled, right?
Yeah,
I'll call
no,
it when it comes out.
I'm good, bro. Yo, is that the poo quarter? That's the poo quarter, bro. I don't want it. I always think about that when I touch change. People hand me change. I'm like, I wonder whose rectum this has been in. So
I'll never look at change again, you know?
Yeah, right. They'll never look at change the same way again, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah.
Drone worship. Have you heard from Ron lately? Just had to ask.
Yeah. I called him today. We talked today.
Okay, good. He doing okay?
Yeah. He's being Ron.
Okay, good.
He still owes Steven $40.
Damn it.
Sorry, Steven. I couldn't help myself. He still hasn't paid Steven. Steven's
I'm
ready
sure
to.
he'd rather owe Steven than cheat him out of it.
Well, Steven's ready to send a few dudes down there to break Ron's legs.
Uh-oh.
Money's money, bro. It's principle that counts. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, he disappeared. After he owed Steven $40, he just stopped coming into Discord, stopped showing up on my streams. He just kind of disappeared out of Steven's life. Over
Damn
$40.
What do you owe him the $40 for? I mean,
Oh, Steven's in chat right now. I believe it was
Oops.
a bet that took place and then a double up on the bet.
well, that's just not right, man. I mean, if you lost the first, I'm not a gambler, so, you know, I figure if I lose it once, I'm not doubling up on it and losing it twice.
Yeah, broken.
That's just-
Yeah. Steven said
That's wrong.
exactly. He's just
That's
mad.
wrong.
He kept losing my bets.
Yeah, I mean, got to be smart enough not. Well, first off, you got to be smart enough not to bet in the first place,
Right.
and then if you do, be smart enough to pay up. I mean, how hard is that? You know.
Hey, Steven,
idea.
Sean Brooks, just want to say hello. Hope you're doing well.
He said 2 Super Bowls ago. Yeah, it's been about 2 years now, hasn't it? That's so. What's the interest on that now, bro? Is that enough for 2 broken legs and a broken finger, or? I mean, just warn me before you send the Russian guys, because I don't want to be his friend when that goes down. I'll be like, I don't even know this guy. He's just a fat, chubby dude. Good luck, bro. Ron's luck, dude, he'd get taken out into the woods and he'd meet some dude that makes him squeal like a pig. Little banjo player, ding, 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 ding.
Now wait a minute. That movie completely ruined banjo playing. I play a banjo, thank you very much. Of course, now my teeth are missing.
Oh my God, starting to fit the role.
That's it, man.
Starting to fit the role. Oh my God, dude!
Yeah.
I couldn't make it through that movie. I got to that part, and I'm like, I can't watch this.
I've
can't
never
watch
watched
this.
the whole movie. The
I
only thing
can't.
I ever see, the only part I've ever seen is the Dueling Banjos part, because that's the only part that ever interested me. It's like, nah, man. And I'm old enough to remember when it played in the theaters.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's how, yeah, you know.
bro. I couldn't. I got to that scene, and I'm like, no,
Yeah, no, that's,
this is rough. I can't watch.
and
this.
and it ruined it forever for banjo players. I mean, just
Deliverance 2 coming soon this summer.
yeah. I think they call that election year.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Where
Yeah.
they bend you over and make you squeal like a pig. Yeah.
You know what? You know what other movie I had a really hard time with? Pulp Fiction. The end of Pulp Fiction.
Whoa, what was wrong with that?
Well, when he's banging the black dude in the butt, that was pretty grimy. I'm not gonna lie, Zed. When the sheriff was bending big, what's that big black dude's name? I can't think of his name. That huge dude.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm good. I can't. Nope. Every time it gets that scene, I'm like, fast forward. Zed's dead, baby. Yep. End of the movie. Right off on the bike. I skip right past that. I'm like, I don't need to see all that. That's too much.
Yeah.
Well, at least he took his bike.
No lube, nothing, dude. Just straight raw dog, bro. Like, no.
Yeah. No.
Ooh.
Some of those movies I can do without. Most of them, I just like the music in them. That's just, I could care less about the plot.
Don't get me wrong. Like Pulp Fiction is a really good movie, dude. But the end, I can't get through that. I'm like, I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip.
What's she doing over there? I have a monitor that I keep, and that's what you guys heard my wife. And it's a video monitor, so I can keep, because my wife has Parkinson's, and she's been known to fall out of the bed and other things. So speaking of falling, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched my video that I did where I was drinking a cup of coffee. I was on a panel like this. I was on Claude, Drone Effects with Claude. Okay. Took a drink, went down wrong, started coughing, reached over and hit my on-air button to shut my mic off. Next thing I know, I'm waking up on the floor. Okay, I choked out. I've been out about 30 seconds or a minute.
Oh, man.
Yeah, choked out. So anyway, so that video's up there. But that's why I ended up losing this tooth. This happened about 3 weeks ago. And ever since then, this tooth is hurt. Well, I did a nosedive. We have concrete floors. I did a nosedive straight into the floor, and fortunately we had carpet, or it would have been a lot worse. But that's what I ended up. The reason I lost this tooth is because I cracked the root.
Oh man, I don't have any cool stories. I tried to poop one time, and I pushed.
only once.
I pushed so hard, I passed out, and then I woke up face first on the floor, and I was like, "Damn, dude." Never. Like, I got lightheaded and I was like, that was a hell of a dude.
I used to pass out in front of the toilet a lot, but that was back when in my drinking days, when I was young.
I can see Robin picking you up, DW.
Dude, I rushed all the blood to my head, and apparently the rest of my body couldn't handle it, and boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Sometimes you got to squeeze, dude. And that's like I almost have to call in an exorcist, like a fiber exorcist. The power of fiber compels you. I gotta have an exorcism of the turd.
Mom, I can't get it out. Help!
Yeah, call the exorcism priest.
Okay, I got a quick question, sir. So, who are you that you passed out and fell under, or you hit your face on the floor? What's your?
I'm the grumpy vlogger.
The who?
I'm Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger.
Okay, thank you. I want to look at you and then subscribe. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I used to have my whole name, Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlog. But if you're on an iPad and you're having to type that crap in, that's too long. I hate doing that. So I just dropped the Lloyd Mendenhall part. And but yeah, I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. Just an old fart with attitude.
Type something in chat so that Sean can find you.
I can do that.
We got 18 people just lurking in the chat right now.
I am not used to this keyboard.
Darkbird was asking if anybody saw the 808.
Are you the grumpy old blogger?
Nope, just the Grumpy Vlogger.
Okay.
Why are you grumpy?
I'm old.
What, over 50, huh?
Yeah, a few. Yeah, to say the least.
Damn.
A few.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Grumpy Blogger. I'm still trying to look. Damn
There it is in the chat. So,
okay, thank you. I got to look.
Yeah. Yeah. My oldest granddaughter is going to be 31 in November. I've got, I think I counted the other day, 16, 17 grandkids and somewhere around 11 great grandkids.
Whew.
Really? Yeah. How old is your oldest child?
50. He'll be 51 in August.
Okay, because I'm driving a 47-year-old car, so, you know, they're older than the car I drive.
Yeah.
Sean loves his old cars, man.
Yeah,
I
do.
love his old car too, man. That Monte Carlo he's got.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Monte Carlo. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look in Sean Brooks, my blogs or my thing, you'll see my blue Monte Carlo, and you'll see my yellow one, and you'll see my black one.
Oh,
a 72 Monte Carlo.
Yeah, they're all 72s.
And I had a 73, which was a different body style.
Yeah, it's a second generation, Mike. But you know, I wish you. Do you have a picture on that on any of your videos?
Oh no, I do have some pics somewhere, but not online.
Yeah, I'd love to see it sometime.
Yeah, man.
Just FYI.
Maroon with the white Landau vinyl top.
Yes, sir. I got it pictured in my mind. Does it have the swivel bucket seats?
No, mine didn't have the swivel. It was a bench seat, yeah.
Yeah, so you did not have birth control seats. Only Mike would understand. Okay, I love it.
It had that $2 whore light up there at the top too.
Oh,
I'm still looking for you, grumpy blogger. Damn, I see grumpy girl.
Not
grumpy
blogger.
morning.
No, it's vlog.
Vlogger.
V as in Victor. VLOGGER.
It says right in front of him on his name when he talks. It says the Grumpy Blogger.
Yeah, it's on my It's on my
mistake.
hat too. See.
VLOGGER. No, and I'm not seeing your video.
So video logging is what it's called. Video logging basically is what blogging stands for.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How come my stuff's not showing up in chat? It keeps saying error. Try again.
There you are.
Reboot your pop out.
I went to the actual YouTube stream.
Wow, 615.
Mel, I don't know what happened, but about 5 minutes ago, Google logged me out.
That's what I'm seeing. I was signed out. It said sign in. Okay, now I get
Weird.
it.
That never didn't happen.
Well, yeah, because Mel switched position. He was down on the other end by where I'm at, and so I don't know what Google's doing. Who knows?
Yeah, it totally kicked me out. I refreshed the screen, and it started showing me commercials and.
Yep.
Okay, Grumpy, you know Ken Heron. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've obviously
do what?
Live show announcement.
Oh, you kind of cut out there for a second, then just came back in.
I said I've watched Grumpy Vlogger. I've watched one of your videos before. show announcement anyway, and said thanks, Ken Huron. So I'm gonna be watching yours along.
Why are you throwing so much emphasis on it? That's like saying cool whip.
Oh. Well, I've got basic DSL, and some
No,
things
I'm saying
kind of
Ken.
cut
You're
out.
like Ken Huron.
Huron, yeah.
Cool whip.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Cool whip.
Stewie thing.
Yeah, dude.
I got to admit, say what you want about Ken. He played one of my videos tonight.
Did he?
I have a lot to say about Ken.
I know you do, Dan.
I'll tell you what, if one more of my ideas get stolen, I'm taking a trip.
There you go. But yeah, no, he played the and the main reason he played it is because it was he was selling his swag, and I did the video with his swag on because I won it.
Oh.
And I did a video. Thank him. What the heck? So. Yeah, I'd been away for it went for 3 hours last night. I'd been away talking to Chris Hope for an hour, came back, and it was still going like, oh, okay.
You mean
then
tonight?
My video played. It's like, oh, all right. Okay, whatever.
I popped in and sent him a super chat. He didn't like what I had to say, though.
You must have done that. Well, I thought I did see you in there because you and I chatted for a minute.
I came in as Drone Worship Vlogs.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Because he's banned by other channel. He banned Drone Worship, the official Drone Worship channel. He banned it, and it wasn't him. Does anybody? Let's see how well people know me. Does anybody know who actually banned my channel on Ken's channel? Abby banned my channel.
Abby.
RC Sailors. Abby banned my channel. From
really?
Ken's. Yeah.
How'd she ban it from Ken's?
Because they did a live stream and Ken's thing, and me and 4 other people were talking, and Nate and Abby knew that I had an issue with him at the time. I didn't like the fact that he was bringing his gun to the airfield for no reason on a kid's channel, to have it strapped to his side during video processing and making footage. And we had a big powwow with him about that, and he finally stopped wearing the gun, but Abby took it really personal that we came after him for it. So I was talking in there, and she was attentively paying very close attention to the chat. And when I popped in, I said everybody was going to the Flight Fest. You remember that? Flight Fest was happening, and they were going to be there, and I was supposed to meet up with 2 other people, and I was going to go. And I said, all right, I'll see you bitches there. And I wasn't even talking about Abby or Nate. I was talking about
the other 4.
The other 4 people, or the other 2.
Yeah.
And Abby thought I was talking about her, and bam, she didn't even give me a second chance. Banned me right from the channel. And so I was like, what the fuck? So I went back to my channel. I started a stream. I was like, yo, I just got banned from Ken's channel because of the RC Sailors. And it wasn't, 7 minutes? 7 minutes later, Ken ended his stream, and the RC Sailors came over to mine and started trying to let me have it in my own stream. Let's just say they didn't last very long. My moderators ripped them to pieces and then sent them packing. And then Sean Brooks, who's back now, Sean thought he would try to make amends with them for me. Right, Sean? Sean?
You back, Sean?
Sean?
Well, he said he joined.
Sean, anyways, Sean sent them a 6-foot Drone Worship banner in the mail. and Abby,
that's funny.
Abby then put up a video 2 days later after receiving it, and she goes, so we get a lot of mail and we get a lot of hate mail. We don't open hate mail on our channel. And I was like, first of all, nobody hates you. Okay, we just didn't think it was a proper thing to do to have a pistol at the range that you guys are, well, not the range, but the airfield that you guys are currently at, all making kids videos. And that was the only thing we had an issue with. And
well,
go ahead.
I'll be honest with you straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You meet me, I want to have a gun, but I
Yeah.
I have licensed and I keep it where, but you see these big baggy shirts.
That's my
I
point.
wear them. I don't strap them out on the side like on a six,
Boom,
that kind
right
of stuff
there.
is unnecessary. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you might see it when I stretch or I move around or
Uh-huh.
if I'm in a situation where I'm actually going to be shooting,
Yeah.
but I went, well, as a matter of fact, that guy right there, he gave his life so I could get my concealed carry. That's my target.
But that's the thing. Nate didn't even hide it. He had it blatantly where everybody could
Yeah.
see his gun. Like it was
I
just
watched
unnecessary. It was
I watched
unnecessary.
the thing last night, and that's
In Tennessee, our carry permit does not require us to conceal it.
Right.
same in Oklahoma.
It's optional.
No, I
Yeah.
get that. I'm just saying you're catering to kids. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a point where you have to let your morals step in. Like, is it necessary for the kids to see this? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because it wasn't just one video. If it had been one, all right, mistakes are made. Two, and then we saw three, and then we're like, this is unnecessary.
And I can hear you too.
Yeah. Well, I'm in every video you see me in,
Mhm.
especially the ones I do for my truck. I got a gun on me every time.
Sure.
But it's like Mel says, we don't have to conceal. I
Mhm.
choose to because two reasons. One, if I'm sitting in the movie theater and said whack job with orange hair comes in and starts shooting up, and
Mhm.
I stand up and he sees I've got a gun, he makes everybody stand up. He sees I've got a gun. I'm gonna get shot first. I don't want to be first. Let somebody else that ain't smart enough to carry a gun get shot. Two, I don't want them to know I got a gun so I can shoot back.
Right.
That's the reason.
Exactly.
You
You get it. You totally get it.
I understand, and I mean,
You guys just kind of fall out.
I know we're getting it's Sean. Unfortunately, forgot to mute the stream again, so we're getting it on Sean's end. Why I'm happy that they finally pushed into more of the professional aspect of the market. But once again,
oh, okay,
Sean, we can hear the stream
What-
playing through his
okay,
microphone.
okay,
Well,
yeah,
and different states have different requirements. Like
Mhm.
yes,
Arizona, Colorado, I know for sure are two states that are constitutional carry. You
Yeah.
don't have to go to a class. You don't have to do
Right.
anything. Constitution says you have the right to bear arms, period, and they recognize that.
Sure.
November 1st, Oklahoma's the same way.
When I am home and I do carry, when I'm home, I conceal it exactly for the same reason Lloyd said. If I go in somewhere and there's something bad going on, I don't want to become the first target. I want to actually be able to become the first solution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And what I was watching, what was it last night? I was watching. Okay, this was some knobhead up in Tulsa. Okay, and no, he was in Oklahoma City. He was doing what they call a constitutional carry audit. Now, I don't know what kind of crap these guys are smoking, but okay, he's got this idea that him and his group of and I know who they are. There is the O2K let's see, OK2A, Oklahoma Second Amendment group, and they go around to cities and they carry a gun that, for all intents and purposes, looks like an assault rifle, but
Right.
because the buttstock splits and can be slipped over your arm, and it has a pistol grip, it's classified under the law as a pistol. But
Sure.
they pack it with a sling and they walk around and they go. This guy went to a park. Okay, first off, you don't need it. I mean, if you're going to go to a park, you go to a park. You don't. He goes out there so the cops are going to be called, and then he can educate them. And like the cop said, why didn't you just call us and sit down and explain some of this? Well, you're going to be seeing a lot of this in November when the law passes.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. Still, instead of trying to prove a point and get your 15 minutes of YouTube fame, sit down and help these guys understand that, yes, this is a pistol. Personally, I don't think if you've got to have that kind of a buttstock, and everything to hold your pistol to shoot somebody, you don't friggin' need a gun in the first place. If you can't draw your gun and put it center mass, you shouldn't be carrying a gun. You know,
Yeah.
not for personal defense. And that's just my personal opinion. I think these knobheads need to quit this crap. They're making us all look bad.
All we were asking him to do was cover it. That's it. If
Yeah,
you're going to make
cover it.
videos for kids, just cover it. There's no reason for you to be
Exactly.
showing it on the camera at all
Yeah.
when you're making kids videos. And they put up such a big stink about it. Fine, it's your rights. We left them alone. We decided just, okay, it is what it is. But ever since that day, Abby's been looking for a reason to have a go at me. So then when Sean sent her the 6-foot banner, she put out the video about hate mail. And it was like, it wasn't hate mail. I didn't even send it to them. They thought it was me. They didn't realize it was Sean. Sean's like, hey, I like you guys and I like drone worship. You know, I would like to see you guys get along. Dan's a very helpful guy and he does all these things. And I'm sure his best interest for you guys was at heart. But, you know, can't we just get along? And they saw it as hate mail. And Sean sent him that, you know, and then Sean sent him another one because he's like, well, maybe they'll give it another shot. So 2 weeks later, he sent him another one. And that one never got seen either. Matter of fact, I'm probably pretty sure they had a burning ritual with it. So, you know, it is what it is. Me and the RC Sailors don't get along. They're not
If you don't get along with me and you send me something, I'm going to write you an email and say, hey, thanks, cool. Because, you know, I'm all, look, I got hats back there. I've got more. I'm all about that stuff. So you want to send me one of your hats, whether you like me or not, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll show you what I
don't
sent
have a problem.
Let's see this thing.
But I mean, he's got the point, and that's the fact that well, now that would make a nice backdrop on my that's
There's nothing
those
wrong
things
with
aren't
it.
cheap.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't be ashamed to put that up back there, you know. But
Sounded like a block of wood when he dropped it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's not cheap made. That's not a
no quality.
Yeah, you could tell quality. It is, especially when you're dropping it. It sounds like it weighs about 15 pounds.
Quality, well made, outside proof, greatness. Yeah. Oh well, they got 2 of them now.
Yeah. Well, well, you know me. I say what I say, and I mean what I mean, and I am who I am, and just it's just I don't understand people. First off, this is YouTube. I mean, really, you're going to get your knickers in a twist over YouTube? You know, I mean, if it's kind of crap that frustrates me when people get petty like that, you know, and they it's just.
I do. I like I said, I can't believe that they ever took it that personal. Like it was never meant to be personal. It was just us asking them basically to stop showing the gun. It's fine if you want to carry, just wear a shirt that covers it or something of that nature, you know.
Yeah.
We're not hindering you by asking you to wear a little looser shirt, you know, or a coat, you know. Well, at the time it was cold and he still had it packed and he wasn't pulling it down over it. It was just ridiculous. Yeah. Well, so
I mean, okay, there's a lot of people that there's 100 different ways of looking at it, you know, and he's probably a constitutionalist of the Second Amendment person that is just okay. I'll shut up because I want to say something here and really piss a bunch of people off. But Mel knows how I am. I am a strong proponent of the Second Amendment and of the Constitution. I'm a conservative, you know. I'm not going to mince words about it. But sometimes I think some of us involved in stuff like YouTube and that support the Second Amendment and different phases of all that. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, you know. There has to be, and I've said this before. This is, you know, what I learned in U.S. government class in college is we have to give up certain privileges in order to live. in a civilized society. And okay, we have the right to carry the gun, but is it always the right thing to carry it that way in that manner? You know,
The dark side said I should have shown up at the airfield and taken off my glove and smacked him across the face and challenged him to a duel.
yeah,
10 paces.
yeah. It's just, I mean, I support them in their right to carry. I'm just going to say that. But, you know,
And
you are
other
uncomfortable.
people may disagree with someone's choice or method of carry.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You have the right to think that that's not proper, but that doesn't change the fact that that person has the right to carry regardless of what it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
No, and I totally agree with that. It's just we had gone in their comment section in their video and we had voiced our opinion pretty strongly. There was a group of us. Like, it wasn't just me.
Well,
it was a bunch of people that were like, this is kind of a weird thing to put on a channel that offers kids material. You know what I'm saying? Like, was it necessary? You know, and I think if I go back and I look at those videos, because you never took them down, if you go back and you read through the comments, you'll see that the points that they were making weren't exactly valid in my eyes. Like, it was very basic points, like, you know, oh, you never know what's going to happen. Like, you're at an airfield and it's just you out there. What are you possibly going to have to do? You know, I don't. Maybe I'm confused. Do you have coyotes? Explain that to us then. Do you have bear problems? I don't, you know, hey, we don't know. Tell us, you know, but it's just I don't know.
Well,
it just seemed goofball, really
well,
goofball.
yeah. Broken
And-
Quad, you're right. You know, I think
there are bears in the area,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
actually.
Oh, I get that, but then say that. Like, I carry it because there's coyotes or there's bears out here. Like, make your point valid at least.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't have an argument, you look stupid.
Sean Brooks agrees with drone worship. Yeah, I hear you.
That's a recording. I keep hearing it.
Yeah, darn it. What are you gonna do?
But you know, just because I can, I'm going to play devil's advocate here again just a little bit.
Okay.
Dan,
Sure.
let's put that on me.
Okay.
The beauty of all of it is, and this is what, in that situation,
Mhm.
in that exact situation, I would probably just turn around to you and say, thank you, but I don't have to explain myself to you.
Problem solved.
You know what I mean? But there's just enough smartass in me that that's probably what I'd do.
Loves a smart ass. I do. Because that's me.
Well, you know what I'd say? Bite me.
But instead of Nate trying to resolve it himself, he allowed Abby to do it. Who seems like kind of a not all there, can't really defend her husband in a good manner, probably shouldn't have been commenting on it in the first place and got herself involved. Just made the whole situation worse. Like, I would have accepted any answer than the ones we were given. Like, honestly.
She could have been like my wife, and she just took offense to it and decided to try and rip you. Although Judy would have done a good job. My wife, my wife, her filters don't work. She will tell you what she thinks in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's the advantages of being our age. We get by with crap like that, you know.
Abby, not so much, unfortunately. And
I respect those women.
And I wonder how much fun that really would be, and would we get in trouble with the FAA if we put tubes on our drones and you launch bottle rockets from them, you know, like shooting at each other?
Wasn't there a thing that already happened with that? Like, you're not allowed to shoot explosives from a consumer drone or something like that?
It's absolutely illegal to fire any kind of a projectile from a drone. It's absolutely illegal.
And that's what they were trying to say about dropping it, though. Like, the consistency of being accurate from a drone apparently can be a horrible thing, so they don't want people dropping stuff off drones. I don't know if I'm going to win that one with the FAA, man.
Probably not, you know, but I had a guy down here in the parking lot at the hotel tonight try to convince me that a drone can be used by a terrorist as a weapon. And I thought, how? He said, well, you can put stuff inside of them and make them explosive. I said, dude, have you ever looked inside of a drone?
Okay.
There ain't room to put a field mouse pecker inside there after they fill it up with all that stuff.
I hate to do this because this is going to make my favorite bird look really bad. But
3DR solo.
Yeah, man, there was a big incident with the solo. And let's just say it didn't go so well. This cartel group actually strapped an IED to a solo and flew it to another camp and actually tried to deploy it. And unfortunately, the signal was too weak to actually set the IED off. And it ended up crashing, and it was picked up by law enforcement, who showed the duct tape job that was done with the IED. And it did look a little goofy, but it definitely made it to the next encampment, and it just never went off. Somehow they crashed it, but yeah, it's too bad, man. So it could have actually done some serious damage.
I saw that video, I think, by virtue of drone worship.
Yeah,
man. I felt bad for showing it, but let's see.
Well, you know, the thing is, though, is you can strap an IED to any damn thing.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Don't make it about drones being evil because somebody could use them nefariously. I mean, but I couldn't get that through to the guys.
Well, it's real simple. You just explain to them that, hey, we're going to have to outlaw people too. If we're going to outlaw things that are going to be used for explosives by terrorists, let's outlaw children, which personally I think ain't a bad idea, but that's my personal opinion. Let's outlaw children because they use them for IED explosives. Yeah. Well, they do. Some of them, they just strap a vest on them and say, go say hi to Allah when you see them, blah, blah, blah. And off they go and blow them up. So yeah, you can make a weapon out of anything. I mean, there's been several of them, but we had a nutcase up in Oklahoma City, one of the parades. She decided she didn't, I don't know, she was ticked off at the world. So right in the middle of a big homecoming parade, she just starts driving down the sidewalk and running people over. So, but they didn't ban all the cars,
Yeah, so here it is, man. This is the IED strapped to the 3DR solo that they found crashed after they apparently they rigged it up with a switch to set it off and everything, man. It was apparently, though, they weren't able to cast the signal to deploy the IED how they wanted to, but yeah, they definitely had to go at it. So it looks so horrible strapped to a
and not smart enough to use master air screw props either.
Yeah, no, they use stock props. Somebody just bought a solo for $250 and strapped an IED to it, trying to take out their competitors in the drug market.
At least they could have done a Hubson, right?
Crazy, man. Yeah, it puts a lot of bad light on the 3DR, though. I didn't like that when that first happened.
It just puts bad light on all drones.
Yeah. So, but look, the drone survived. It's all in one piece. # quality build.
There you go.
I think that's one of the refurbished ones
the choice of terrorist.
Oh my God!
Didn't you come out with an accessory for that S9 that you got from Steven? A little toy gun that attached to the top of it.
S6, yeah, the Wingsland S6 had a pellet gun that you could attach to the top of it.
Yeah.
Well, not a pellet gun. That's the airsoft gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, look at the mileage that Toyota is getting out of selling those trucks, because all the terrorists over there in the Middle East drive those Toyota trucks, and they're selling like hotcakes. The 3DR may come back just because of that.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many are left, honestly. I mean, like I said,
they'll go to drone worship for batteries.
Hey, I'm down for building them, man, but I'm charging $100 a pop.
Well, I know where there's one left. My son has it.
Oh, 3DR Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun, man. They're a lot
He
of
had
fun.
2 until his older brother crashed the brand new one, and it splattered all over the concrete. And
Dang.
nobody had a flipping camera on. Boy, I was pissed. I mean, I was upset that my oldest son crashed his brand new drone that his brother gave him, but
But you were pissed that nobody had a camera
I was
on.
more pissed about not having a camera. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I felt bad for my son, but I felt worse for the rest of us because nobody had. And we had 3 cameras sitting there, and nobody had it turned on yet because just our luck.
I mean, have I ever showed you guys what you can actually do with the Solo, despite being a drone? Like the other things you can actually apply to it.
No,
No.
show us,
because
please.
because it's open source and it runs on Arducopter, which is all APM Linux based stuff. There's people that actually take the internals of the Solo, and let me see if I can pull this up. They actually build these things called Ardu rovers, and we're talking like mission to Mars stuff, Land Rovers. This is pretty unique, honestly. Um, yeah, here we go. I'm just going to pull up one of these and we'll stream one of these for a second. This is crazy stuff, but all of these were built with the internals of a Solo. And because you can change the parameters, you can tell it to engage more motors or less motors, how high you want the motors to activate, how much power sourcing you want to go to each one based on voltage and amperage draw. Like, it gets really complicated. You know what I'm saying? But it is a lot of fun when you see some of these builds. Like this dude, here's the Ardu rover. Check this out. He put this Solo body inside of here, right? Oh, why is this? Let me just cut this back. I'm having some issues streaming here. So this is all Solo body parts inside of this. And he can send this thing on massive missions, like just crazy missions. But this is a tiny one. Let me show you some of the big stuff these guys have been making. Here's a good sized one. I don't know what he's following it with. So this is all running on GPS right now.
Really?
And he's got full FPV back to the camera. But what's cool now is that you can take these Ardu rover setups and run LTE connections on them. So essentially limitless range on these rovers, just like they're doing with the Parrot products. They're working on putting these LTE connections on them so they can send these things way, 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 way out and still have live feed the entire time. So like, let's say you worked on a farm, right? And you wanted to just check out your farm, you could just sit inside your house through an LTE connection and send this rover all around your farm and see everything going on currently at any point in time.
Oh, wow. Well, 3DR, I mean, they didn't go out of business. They just switched gears to do other things.
Yeah, they went into the software section,
yeah,
like all software. They just completely stopped with the public consumer market stuff. So, but yeah, no, those are still even tiny. Like I've seen some dude build like a 6-foot robot out of these things that has alarms and detachable, can pick stuff up. And you know, if this LTE mod does work on these systems, then man, the potential for Mars rovers on Earth is going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll have to get hold of my cousin. Well, she's my second cousin, but third. But she's a teacher, and she's a science teacher up in Tulsa, and she runs a robotics club up there.
Oh, she would love this.
Yes, I'm going to have to let her know about the 3DR and start. I'll send her a couple of links and stuff and say, you need to check this out, because this would be the kind of crap she would really get into.
Oh, yeah. And limitless.
Yeah.
You can build your own firmware for them. You can make them do whatever you want them to do. Like it's complete. There's zero limitations when you do this kind of stuff with the Solo. And that's kind of what I've been trying to tell everybody. Like it's a $50,000 bird and a $2,000 price package that's now $250.
Yeah.
You know, this was top of the line, and I still think with the upgrades they have now for it, it still is. It's an incredible bird. It may not be able to carry 40-pound, weight capacities, but it can carry 8 pounds. It's a workhorse, man. It's an absolute animal. So I don't know. I love what the Solo has to offer. It's just something you can always constantly keep making better or upgrading. Anytime you feel like you're getting bored with it, put a new part on it,
Yeah, drone worship. I'd like to see you make a different style of drone out of it.
That's what we're looking into right now, is ripping it down and seeing if we can print new bodies for it.
Yes, sir.
That'll open up a whole plethora of things available to us.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You can find crashed ones. If all you're doing is looking for the internals, you don't care about whether the arms are broken off or any of that stuff. You just want what's inside of it, the cube, the original RG cube, and the IMX6 board and all that kind of stuff. Just find the crash.
As long as the boards aren't cracked and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, man, that's all you need.
I need to get hold of my son then, because he's got that. He kept that one for spare parts, but I mean, because it only broke one arm off, and as far as I know, if I remember right, it may have broke two. I mean, a lot of stuff scattered, so it's hard to tell. But I'll check, and if the board's good, I'll have him pull that board.
Yeah, all you need is the boards. When you pull the Solo apart, there's 16 other pin brackets that you can solder onto and apply ports to them. That's why it's so perfect for the RG stuff, because you can build a robot. Essentially, that's what you can do. There's so many open pins on it that you can pre-program, It's like it's a robot in the sky is what it is. So just have her look up Ardu Rover, ARDU Rover, all one word, Ardu Rover.
All right. I'll do
There's
that.
people that there's some dude that built like a massive 6-foot boat, and he put the thing in it and he just sends it up the channel and it trolls up the river all day, and he just sits at his house and watches the footage and sends it way out into the ocean and comes back around, all GPS based. It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Drone worship. Quick question. They have the and I know you've gone over this before, but just please go over it again. The GPS update board. What's your update on that? Your thoughts?
GPS. Oh, you're talking about the here GPS.
The what is it? Plan B.
Revision B board.
Revision B board. Yeah.
I mean, I've had the Revision B came out right after the Revision A. The Revision A only lasted like 3 months before they realized it had a lot of sync problems, and it was having a very hard time acquiring satellites. So they dropped the Revision B, and I've had the Revision B for 2 years now inside of it, and I've never had an issue. So now it doesn't run GLONASS. If you want GLONASS, you have to change out to like the M8N board or the any one of those M8N Geo nav guide, any one of those nav links you can plug into the Solo as plug and play. So you get GLONASS, so you get more than 16 or 20 satellites with a connection. I'm fine with I normally get like 14. I don't see any reason to have more than that. I think anything after 10 is just unnecessary. So.
But you're for the GLONASS, the extra.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It just means more stability.
Okay, thanks.
So as far as the here GPS goes, you can't install the here unless you do the green cube. But if you remember, the only reason that they did the green cube was to reduce the 5-volt mod and the slew rate. Remember, the slew rate was off for the motors. If you tried to give it too much power on the original cube, running the new version of Solex and Open Solo, it would cause it to crash because it couldn't handle the amperage draw for the motors for the extra power they pushed through it. So they had to adjust the slew rate. And then you had to run the green cube, which was, I think they were selling the cubes for $168 to upgrade the entire brain of the Solo. And it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. So.
But just for standard flyers like you and like me, you don't need. I don't need to upgrade.
No, I don't think so. Like Lloyd, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
you would say that DJI really cool, right? They're pretty much top of the line for consumer based drones. Yes.
Out of the box, something just to fly out of the box. If it's all you want to do, which is what I do,
Okay, so with Steven said with Dan clearing his throat, that means he made his point. No, it's I'm just having fun. But Let me ask you, do they do guided return to home? Do you know what that is?
I have no clue.
So the solo when they put the new brain in it actually got 10 times better when you fly out and away from yourself, right?
Right.
It tracks that path. So like let's say you did a pan around a tree, okay?
Right.
And then you moved on and you went out and you went right and then you did another point of interest around
Right.
another tree and
Okay.
then you flew
Yeah.
way out. The drone actually you can do a guided return to home where it will follow that exact path back to you,
Okay. Right. Right.
but cut out all of the redundancies. Okay. So it won't make the pan around the tree. It'll see that you
Right.
did that and go, that's
Right.
unnecessary, and then
Okay.
continue down
Yeah.
the path
Yeah.
of travel.
As I said, my son had two of them. He bought the one in the package deal, and then he bought a second one because they were selling them out, and it
Right.
was cheap enough. He just bought two just in case he needed. And I actually thought it was a cool. I would have. I was willing to buy that one from him, and but he gave it to his brother, which is fine. So that day when he crashed it, my daughter-in-law was, being a daughter-in-law and nagging her husband because, yeah, you broke our drone. We just got blah, blah, blah. Well, it wasn't her friggin' drone in the first place, but I didn't say that. But I went up to Best Buy. I came over and talked to my wife, and she says, well, go up there and see how much those sparks cost. I went up there and I ran into my youngest son, and he happened to be looking at the sparks. Well, I'd already checked. I could afford it. So I said, what color do you want? I said, I'm buying one for your brother. I'm going to buy one for you. So, and there again, as another one, you talk about how people talk about how great DJI is. Well, the son that crashed the drone, the one that's going to be 51. Now he's a police chief, so it was sad to watch a grown man almost cry when he crashed that drone. So it's rough. Okay, so then he gets the drone, and he actually gets called in on a case that he had to deal with, and so he was gone. And I said, when you get through off work, and this is on a Saturday, I said, stop by the house. I hand him his new drone. So go home, charge it. Tomorrow we're going to fly. Okay. He goes home, he charges it, he does everything. It wouldn't work. Brand new, out of the box, wouldn't friggin' work. And he says, I'm cursed, man. I keep telling him I'm cursed. So I take it back, and they only had one left. And of course, I got red, white, and blue, so we could tell our three apart. He ended up having to get I think he got a blue one too, because that's what I got. But anyways, it's like, so yeah, I'm not all that big on DJI, but for something that you can just take out of the box and go fly for somebody, as I keep telling people, I'm a vlogger. I'm not a drone guy.
Right.
So yeah, for what little bit of use, they work fine. I would have been happy with a 3DR. I mean, because I knew that they were good.
They're a drone that requires a small bit of attention every now and then. Like, they're because they're open source, they're not going to function on that proprietary software.
Right.
And they will glitch. They're Linux based. They do glitch, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had the red Solo up here. That one's had 546 flights now. And I've never changed a motor. I've never done anything to it. All the blades, all the bearings, everything sounds smooth. It's never once given me an issue. But the black one over here in the corner with the cool scheme on it, that one every once in a while gives me some weird warnings and EKF warnings. And there is a difference here. The one that I have was made in the US. Okay. The one that she bought, that's her Solo, was made in Mexico. And I've noticed that a lot of the Mexico ones were actually shipped to Best Buy. And what happened was Best Buy stacked the boxes wrong when they were told to store them. So what they were doing was they were stacking the boxes so the motors were sitting right where the compasses were. Okay. Right. And it was causing these compasses to sit there for months on end, just getting nothing but magnetic interference pull from the motors that were on the Solo. Yeah. And so when you would get your drone, the magnetometer would be so confused.
Yeah.
it wouldn't even know what to do. So these people would take off,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the drone would just go absolutely bonkers, just haywire, because they weren't stacking these boxes right to where the magnetic interference wouldn't affect the magnetometers inside these things. And so all the Best Buy drones kept getting returned, and people were like, "What is wrong with these? Like, this drone sucks." And I think there was a bunch of reasons why the Solo failed, and I'm not sure any of them were actually good enough reasons for failure. I think it was just a series of events that were unfortunate that took place that led to the demise of the Solo.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I've got, I mean, like I said, I've got DJI, but my latest drone I ordered is a little E-Sheen with four little, brushed motors and a little guy that sits on top like a surfboard. It's a toy, but it's like Mel and I were talking, and be honest with you, all drones are just different grades of toys.
Sure.
I don't care. We've had a lot of flooding and all sorts of crazy stuff going on here in Oklahoma. Okay. And one of the newscasters went out, and he was talking about, he says, well, the river's up this high and it's doing this. He says, well, I'll show you. And he says, I brought my drone. So he takes and fires up, News Drone 2 or whatever crap it was called, little icon up in the corner over here, blinking and flashing, looks like a drone. And he's flying. It's a Phantom. Okay. He's flying it around, taking pictures of it. 3 seconds of video. And it's like, oh, we're all excited because he's got a drone. He did it because he wanted to friggin' fly his drone over the river. Right. I'm going to be doing the same thing tomorrow. I'm going to go out there where that submarine's at that's floating around, and I'm going to take some pictures of it if I can get close enough.
Oh, man. See, you should have just called me. I would have lent you my submarine. You could have gone down and got some cool footage of it.
Yeah, well, this is an actual submarine, World War II submarine. It's at a museum here. The river has raised so much, and if you go watch either Mel or my channel, you will see how deep that submarine is sitting down into the dry dock, down on the ground. It is now up above the edge of that God, 20 foot down in there. It's now floating above it now. The river has come. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That would be awesome to throw that in and get some underwater footage of the sub, man. Going
that would be. I don't
check out the keel.
Problem is most of that area is evacuated, and but they let Mel and I go in there and film all around that submarine when it was, because it was on dry land at the time, but the flooding has gotten so bad. Well, I'm probably going to, my son put up some pictures tonight, the 51-year-old. He has a 40-foot houseboat, seaworthy houseboat. It was sitting in dry dock, and all of the sea valves were open. It will be at the bottom of the river by tomorrow. Yeah, it's a total loss. It's going to be a total. It was floating earlier today, but once it hits to a certain point, it's going to fill up and sink. So,
that reminds me that sailboat that we just had that hit the bridge down here. We had a sailboat run into the freaking bridge and snap the mast off, and it got stranded out at R&D's old park, which is like 4 miles from here. It's 3/4 of the way under the water now. I don't know what's keeping it up, but apparently it broke the keel down to the bottom of the boat, and it's derelict. So I'm thinking about going out there and filming, because we did it 2 months ago and it was still out there, and now it's like half underwater. It's like crazy, 3/4 sticking out. It looks horrible, but I thought it'd be cool to go down and get some footage of that thing. You just reminded me. Thank you.
We had 2 barges break loose and hit a dam today. They broke loose. This is the 3rd time. It broke loose once last night. It broke loose again. Broke loose yesterday afternoon. They got it. Then it broke loose, and they were waiting for it to hit. They had to evacuate a town because they thought if it hit the dam, it was going to take out the dam.
Right.
Well, it didn't take out the dam. They were tied together and they hit. Well, where the in between each spillway they have these wedges, you know, that sort of look like this,
Mm-hmm.
and they hit that wedge straight on, and of course, the first one sunk within like 3 seconds. I mean, it just hit that, flipped, opened up, and dropped.
Yep.
The second one held on for about 30 seconds, and then it started just popping and
I actually
well, you
saw
can
the
see it.
footage of that today.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a breaking news report earlier about the thing that hit the dam.
Yeah,
So
that was the 20 minutes from my house.
really,
Yeah. I mean, this is where we're at. All that river stuff. They started out right here outside of Muskogee.
no kidding.
Yeah. That's we're basically right now Muskogee's. This area is just basically an island. And oh, Mel, it is cubic feet per second. Not cubic feet per minute. It's cubic feet per second. They've just opened up. They just opened up today. They're putting out 230,000 cubic feet a second coming out of one of the lakes.
That's a lot of water.
That is a lot. Yeah, and we've got 4 major lakes all feeding into these tributaries that all meet down here in Muskogee. One is Fort Gibson, which is, I mean, just not that. It's 20-minute drive from here, and we're in Fort Gibson, that dam, and it's at 98.2% capacity.
Jeez, Pete.
Yeah, and they're releasing 160,000 cubic feet per second of water out of it, and it's still filling up faster. They can, yeah. So I'm hoping to get out tomorrow and get some drone footage of all this flooding and stuff.
That is crazy.
Yeah, we got houses underwater. It's yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I still have to do my report for the night and wake up and have the exhaust done on my car. We're putting a new pipe on the back of it. So.
Well, what I want to know before you go and before I go, because I'm fixing to blast off, I want to know why you took my wrench away.
Who?
You.
I don't know if I ever gave you one.
Oh.
Here, comment. I got you.
Oh, if he gets one, you better give me one, or I'm going to have hurt
feelings. Real
feelings.
Quick there, Lloyd. Yeah, here we go. Add moderator. There we go. I'm like, I don't think I ever gave him one. There we go.
There we go.
Now
hey guys,
winning.
It's been fun. But Dan, I appreciate you.
Here we go.
Fun.
All right. Yeah.
Come on here and chat.
Yeah.
I always enjoy vision with you, Dan.
I'm gonna go give my pillow some head.
Oh, this sounds like an interesting night. Oh, boy.
I'm gonna go let the drugs kick the rest way in. And
I was wondering why you came in. I'm like, dude, he's all pilled up, man. This might not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
You did fine. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I did. Hey, here's the good thing about the tooth I lost. It was a gold crown, and they let me keep it. So I got a nice.
Well, you own it.
Well, yeah, I do.
I don't have no choice to give it back to you.
Yeah, but so I got a nice gold crown. I'm gonna polish up. Make the ring for my wife.
There you go.
Here's my tooth.
Make a necklace. There you go. Yeah.
See if you can pawn this, baby.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good evening, Lloyd,
right.
Dan.
We'll
catch you later,
Mike. We'll see you.
All right.
All right.
Good night, man.
Thanks for stopping in, guys.
Yeah. I'm out of here too.
Everybody in chat, we are gone for the night, man. I got a lot I still got to do before I pass out, so I got to do that while I'm still coherent enough to write a whole report. So, Mike, you calling it?
It was a special night though, having Steven and Sean in here.
Yeah, I know. We got some old faces in here tonight.
No doubt, man.
And Dan, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem, Lloyd.
Right.
I'm sorry I haven't been around like I was, man. I've just been super, super busy.
Hey, I cut back on live streaming because I was just, my wife's health is deteriorating a little bit, and I I got to take care of business, you know.
I understand. I got necessities I'm trying to knock out financially, so I can't be buying drones and all this crazy stuff while I'm trying to keep
I think
my
you'd be
life
great
together.
at vlogging. You need to get to vlogging.
I actually used to be very good at vlogging, man. I
Yeah.
just kind of stopped because it seems like I would post a vlog video and it wouldn't get nearly the amount of interest as my drone videos would.
Oh,
So,
mine don't, but I do it because I want to.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
You know. So,
But
all right.
yeah,
Catch you later, my friend.
All right, man. Later, Lloyd.
Good talking to everybody on the panel. So y'all take care.
Sir.
Good night, Lloyd.
Yep.
All right, that's it for us, guys. We will catch you on the flip, man. Toodaloo.